It seems like my microphone was not selected. Sorry. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Nadu. Be back again at the end of the video, and no, sorry, not another video. This is the wrong intro for the wrong channel. Sorry. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Nadu. Be back. I'm doing it again. Ladies and gentlemen, the internet anomalies, what is happening? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If not, I hope that today's stream makes your day at least a little bit better. I'm your host, Nanu, coming to you live from the East Coast of the United States of America, and today we are looking at loading screens. Because I'm not able to get the server loaded again. I think this is another case of the resources needed to be reinstalled on the computer based on an error message I saw earlier. I was wrangling ever since I sent that message out to get the world loaded. I couldn't, so I was just like, might as well go live while my siblings are still live on the server, and then I'll just play when it works, if it works. I don't even know if I'll be able to play at the same time as my siblings, but at least I'll be able to chat with them a little bit so that we can kind of get updated on what they all are working on. Oh man, I forgot that this is gonna screw up my audio. Hold on, I gotta fix this.
Is anyone tuning in?
I don't know, but I just went live. But the world isn't loading for me. I think I need to uninstall and reinstall the mods again from my computer.
Right.
Maybe this is normal though. Hold on, my audio is all screwed up. I gotta fix this.
Wobbling it in your mouth. Swallow the food.
What?
Look, it's my fault, okay? No, I'm trying some really chewy pork sausage.
Why can't you just swallow it?
But anyways, you guys have been on. You guys have been on for a while, right? You guys have been on for like 10-15 minutes or so.
No.
No?
Yeah, we have 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
10-15 minutes ago.
So what have you guys been up to since I logged on? And actually, the audio actually might cut out here. But what have you guys been up to? You know, since you've been online. Hello? Oh, this always happens. Hold on.
So I'm basically taking to my garden right now.
You are. I'm not.
Hello? Wait,
Can
can you guys hear me now?
Can you hear us?
You guys should be able to see me. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah. Sorry, the audio. There's an audio setting I have to change every time.
Yeah, I'm tending to my garden right now, and after that, I'm gonna go mine.
Swallow the food. I'm going mining, but I need
Nice.
to upgrade fix some of my materials. I need an anvil, so I need to pay or to have the generosity to give me some iron. I'll pay you for iron. Yeah. I live in like 30 pieces, so I'll pay you well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the world loaded.
Guys, my vending machine is still open.
No, oh, I forgot. Does it work? Wait, what are you selling? Remind me what you're selling.
I'll sell whatever you want because I'll do whatever it does to get back in business. Cause I've not been like, it's like I'm really low on my profit's not going up at all.
Well, I told you. Now, actually, for those of you watching the stream, you guys might not know. I did speak. What's your username again? I forget.
Octoprism 777.
Oh, Octoprism. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I did speak with Octoprism over the weekend, and we negotiated and struck a deal. An idea of a deal. You know, but essentially, I'm going to be buying cobble from him to help sort of jumpstart the production of my city. So that's going to get you into business somewhat, right?
Yes, but I have a vending machine there just to so I can just make money in the background.
Passive income.
Yeah, no one's buying from it. So I'm selling what you guys want. So I'm selling.
Well, I think
I'm selling.
Continue.
Oh, whatever.
So I think the problem with it was the initial press was bad because it didn't work at first.
Hey, but it works now.
Yeah, but I don't know how many people. I didn't know it worked now. I assumed it was always broken.
I fixed it. I don't live on my machines.
One thing too is you told me that it was fixed, and then I used it, and then it didn't work. So
that was then. But now it's actually
Ah, yes. Now it's working.
I can go test it right now. It's working, but it's not as secure. I said I trust you guys won't steal from me.
I'm not sure what that means.
No, I was trying to make it secure and working. That's why it broke so much. I was trying to make it so that there's no way you could get items for free.
So you can get items for free now?
No, you can't.
But then why is it insecure? Or how is it insecure?
It's not.
So it's secure.
Yes.
What? What?
It's secure by our trust. By our trust.
Oh, come on. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. What is this? You're just talking in circles.
I don't know if you stole something.
Well, true, because it'll be on the stream.
Oh wait, actually, can I be your supplier for food? We do have food.
What type of
Can I
food?
be your supplier?
Me? Mine?
Yeah. Do you
I have food? No. The one thing I'm buying for you right now is iron. Let's go. Come to my shop. What do you need now? Please swallow it.
I am.
I do think that if people end up selling diamonds, that is gonna be, you're gonna make a lot of money if you can sell diamonds. Because I don't know how much of us are mining at like diamond level right now. I don't even think I have many diamonds, if any at all.
Ice cream? You have ice cream today. No. Who's killing my villagers? Who's throwing trains at my villagers?
Throwing what?
Who dares to? So, I'm hearing villagers die.
Well,
My
look,
customers just got killed.
Look, you guys are the ones who leave the gates open at my village. So I mean, don't come crying to me.
Oh, I tried it. Let's go.
Wait, are they dying at my town? Because you guys leave the doors open. So I'm sure that you guys just.
They're dying at our downtown near our side of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, can you close the gates if they're open at my my town?
This is becoming a store like.
Because I'm sure that the gates are open.
What's the point of this happening in real life? Can't
What?
close the gates like the city or something. What if something like this happened in real life with cities? Can't close the gates. So people having to get deported. No.
I mean, you would. That's why you man those. That's why you man gates.
I'm robbing stuff from Marissa right now. Woo!
Don't do that.
40 iron. Now I'm paying her back. I'm just replacing the stuff with some emeralds, I choose the amount I can get her. All right, I'm out. I just stole some stuff and replaced it with emeralds, and now I'm really good. Please, we're going out of business. Help us. Come on, Amar.
What am I supposed to do?
Please, just buy something from me. I'm selling a lot.
Okay. Game load. I don't think it worked.
Okay, right. That's not how you're supposed to. That's how you start the game. Just wait. Is the loading bar just like? Is the loading bar doing anything?
No. But that's normal. I think what it's doing is it's trying to reinstall the add-ons. Is something happening to a villager?
Why?
Because I hear like pah, pah, pah.
No, I hear villager talking right now. No, I don't think that's the sound that he's making. My cat's gotta move out of the way. My cat is so stubborn. Get out of the way! I had to hit you for that. Wait, is that even my cat? Why is Marissa's cat in my house? That makes zero sense. Anyway, time to repair the tridents. I've been waiting for this day for a while. Wait, where's my other trident? Do I not have another trident? You know what? I'm quitting. I'm quitting the game. I might have to quit the server.
Why?
No, I'm good. But still, I'm actually have to quit the server. Time to repair the best pickaxe in the game. These enchantments are actually expensive. Why does it cost as much as to repair a pickaxe? Yeah, I spent 10 levels on one pickaxe. Why am I getting ripped off? Marissa, I did the trade while you were AFK.
Excuse me?
I stole a low 40 items from you.
You sold? Go to sleep.
I didn't steal them from you. I'm sorry.
Go to sleep now.
But they're all used.
Go to sleep now. Go to sleep now.
I'm breaking one, that's nothing.
Go to sleep now. Give me that chain emerald. Give me that.
Okay, I mean, I already replaced it with 15 emerald.
I'm busting into the shop then.
What?
I said I'm busting into your shop then.
Here. The chainmail is ready to pick up.
I need for something.
What?
How many emeralds do I need for something?
Wait, I have this much iron just sitting here?
Excuse me. Where are you?
Do you want a pickaxe? I literally have like a bunch of pickaxes.
Where are you right now?
I'm in my house. So that's where my shop is. Please don't create
see, I wish that there was another way that I could check the progress, because what's likely happening right here is that the game is probably like reinstalling all of the add-ons. But this process takes a while. And it can fail when it's done here. I probably should have triggered this in the standalone, like there's a special menu where you can do it manually. I should have gone back and done that.
Okay, now you can get one.
How do I pick which one I want?
You can just click the button. Click the lever.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. Click it once.
This one?
Yes.
Oh!
Now put it back up.
Oh!
You put it Mustard. You put it back up.
Oh, I put it back up?
Yeah. I go to the top one. It's a little weird.
Wait! I see it moving. I see it moving. I think it might be letting me on soon. Either that or it's about to tell me that it didn't work. But bro, if this works, I just need to shake the screen every single time that it freezes. And then wait for 15 minutes.
No, that's free. Because that's what you wanted for. Also, I think that's your cat. I caught it sitting in my house. That's enough for 2 items.
Oh, who said it wrong?
No, you just click the buttons after you put that one.
You know, so
now put it back up and then do it again and you'll get it.
What, so just take my other emerald?
No, go get that. You have enough emeralds for one more. The emeralds are still. Yeah, I know, because you wanted to buy 2 things. You click the button again.
Let's go. Let's go.
Are you in?
Yeah, it loaded. Let's go.
We don't let things put my house.
Then you can
open the doors.
Close doors. Where we're going, we don't need doors.
Guys, there's low price on almost unlimited amount of iron pickaxes in my house.
Wait, iron pickaxes, you say?
Yeah, low price, very low price.
What's the price?
He said I just steal my.
It's 3 emeralds per pickaxe.
3 emeralds per pickaxe? Hold on.
Yeah, we're doing mining. Who wants to go mining with me?
I'll go with you in a second after I make this trade. What do you have to do in my shop, young fellow? Nothing?
No, we're supposed to find that guy, remember? We should find that guy before.
Oh yeah, remember, we had to find the guy. Omar, can you do the trade already? Where are you?
Wait a second. I'm assessing my inventory.
Okay.
Wait, I think it's options with cow.
Are you selling any swords? Any iron swords?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can do that.
The cat, the part of the project.
Okay. In that case, I will take. I'll take 2 iron pickaxes and 2 iron swords.
Okay, that's a big order. That will be. Let's see. What's 3 times 4? 3 times 4 is 12. That'll be 12 emeralds.
All right.
You just throw it up and then step back. What are you doing?
All right, there you go. I paid you.
No, come here, bro. They came out.
Okay, let me try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, did you get it all?
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Did you get it?
Yeah, what?
You get it?
No.
Stuff that fell off from the ceiling.
No, what stuff?
It fell off the ceiling. It's on the ground.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. What is this? Wait, why'd they fall to the why'd they fall to the ground? Yes, I did.
It's my mechanism.
Oh wait, so it's on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Okay. Also, 2 swords coming up. Give me 1 second.
Wait, where are my ice creams go? You steal ice creams too.
You get it?
I did, dude. How'd you do that? Oh, it's
It's my mechanism.
Oh, it's a crafter? I've never heard of a crafter.
Yeah.
Actually, this is not secure at all. Dude, I literally could just steal all this iron. You should not. No, don't. You should change how this works. No, wait. Put this on the roof. That should make it so far away that I can't click on it from here.
I know, but I'm not sure.
And then just make a hole. Yes, and then just make a hole or a trap door. We should make it a trap door, actually.
No,
Yeah,
I do not want to read that. Please.
Make a trap door here and then put the actual block on the ceiling. Anyways, thank you.
I'll make a special trap door. No problem. Ooh, I got rich from that.
Well, yeah, of course.
By the way, guys, we're about to go get the stuff. We're about to go and continue the quest to find the thing.
Oh, to find the staff? Yeah, let me know how that goes.
Yeah. No, you're coming with us. Come on.
Come on! We just got back.
You're part of this quest. You're gonna help us finish it.
The only thing is, I know that if I do that, I am not going to finish my project anytime soon. And I was literally hoping to complete my project this stream.
You want us to go without you?
This time, yes.
Okay, do you want us to get you a staff?
Yeah, but I'll pay you for it.
No, because you're gonna give me your you need to give me your runes.
And steel. My what?
No, you're gonna give me your runes.
Runes?
That'll be enough money. No, because you have to pay him to get the stuff.
Wait, what's a rune?
You have to pay him with magic runes, whatever they're called.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's just a rune.
How do I get a
Guys,
rune?
apparently,
They look like this. See?
apparently the Spanish students
I can't pay you in runes if I don't have a rune.
You don't have any?
No.
We all have some.
How?
We're supposed to call them the witch's hut or whatever it's called.
Oh no, they're going out. I'm fixing stuff.
I'm not looking it up. What's it called?
It's called Wizard Hut, I think.
What's the mod called?
Better on better on.
Oh, hello. Hold on. How do I? There we go. Oh, by the way, have you guys all killed your phantoms?
I don't know, but they might have. Oh, my glass.
They might have despawned.
Yeah, they might have despawned.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I haven't heard mine yet.
I mean, if they haven't bothered us yet, they probably did despawn. Probably.
Wait, I know why you guys had terrorists in your village. You made this bridge to another place. Yeah, no. I spent all this time building fences for you guys, and then you just made a way for mobs to get around it. I can't, bro. I can't.
What do you mean? What did we do?
You made this whole thing. You made this complicated, like, wooden and stone pathway to get across the water, which, you know, just would let any mob who wants to just go into your village and just, like, do whatever they want. I literally do have a fence here. Actually, I should probably make a path for it, but I literally have a fence right here that you can use to go across.
The fence is not even close to my house. So, what are you supposed to do?
Go to the fence. It's not far away. It's close to where you guys all live.
No, the fence is not going around the entire village. Like,
What?
my is not even blocked. I have to build a fence around my farm because
There's so much
my
like
house. You come over to where my house is, you can see it. It's like next to the railroad. Next to the railroad. It's like the fence is not even. It's like non-existent. Maybe because it is. There is no fence.
I can't hear much of what you're saying, to be honest.
Tomorrow we leave.
Tell me there's no fence
There is no fence
around my house.
around the house.
Like all the villagers on this side of the village are completely.
You hear
All
that?
the way? No, I can't hear what she said. What'd she say?
She said all the villagers on that side are completely exposed because there is no fence.
Really?
That's what she said.
Oh, well, I mean, I think I might know what you're talking about. Oh, you guys need to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's a
Also, do any of you guys have cobble that I can buy?
I have some.
Ah, okay. Well, how much are you selling your cobble for? Can we get a translator in here?
More than 2 cobblestones? I don't know. I really heard it.
Okay.
She's tired from chewing on that meat.
Wait, Marie?
It's really disgusting.
Come on. Like, okay, whatever.
No, she took too long chewing the pork. It's too long. It's disgusting. Pork smell like hot dog groups. I'm over it.
Dude, I low-key miss multi-streaming. But the unified chat didn't work.
What the Maze songs? I'm done with this game. Are you asleep right now?
In the game, yes.
It looks like you're sleeping in real life. I can see.
No.
You woke up as soon as the daytime came. You looked up as soon as the daytime came.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because I saw that the daytime came.
Okay, I think I'm gonna watch on the wrong episode. I'm gonna watch or I think I'll have to finish her last kill. I'm going to
Let's go.
I'm gonna start young
Wait, let me sell. Wait, let me buy the cobble off you first before you leave.
Look, I'm looking at it.
Wait, let me buy the cobble off you. How much cobble you have?
I don't know.
Enchanted cow.
How far away is she from the microphone? I can't hear what she's saying.
Like 5 miles, basically. She's in a mile.
What? I actually have no cobblestone?
You told me you had cobblestone.
Yeah, I thought I did. Because I usually have stacks and stacks of it, but I guess I use it all to make.
Come on, you can do your selling stuff later. Let's go.
I'm not going on your quest. Have fun. I'm busy.
I've also been selling this. He's money to tell me to touch.
Octoprism?
I don't mind.
He's not interested in selling his cobble right now. He doesn't want to make money.
Yeah, I'm using my.
I mean, how urgently do you need it?
How urgently?
Yeah.
Not urgent at all, but I just, I had money to spend. I thought you guys wanted money, but okay.
I'm doing mission right now with if I can find octopus.
I know. I'll buy cobble from you later, but I was gonna buy. See, the way you guys were talking made it seem like you had cobble.
I usually have stacks of it, but I think I use it all to make iron axes and iron swords. So.
Interesting. Okay. By the way, in the last stream, we passed day 200. So now we're at day 204.
Oh yeah, that's right. It took us several days to get home.
So we found the race one. Double.
We're still moving. It's not like times like at 9.
I'm just gonna hold it.
Let's go.
You see it says the taiga and the plains biome. So are we in the taiga biome?
Yeah.
Taiga?
I think so.
This is more like forest. Are you sure it's
The taiga forest. Yeah.
Think about that. Where's the book? Where's like the instruction book for what
More lapis lazuli. Let's go.
Some book's not gonna show us so good. Pretty sure you craft it with dirt.
You can craft lapis lazuli with dirt.
No, you craft like the instructions book with like the dirt. Yeah, see, it's one dirt. Just pick it up.
Yeah, bro, you told me that your friends would be tuning in. But you know what? They watch the VODs, don't they?
Wait, what's I want to see?
And yeah, in
Stop putting at me!
Octoprism, I was really surprised because it seems like your friends watch my VODs, and like I never thought in a million years that of my content, the VODs are what people would want to see. Because like the standard like conception with content right now is that what people want to see is like they want to see condensed, edited, focused videos. They don't want to see like these long form VODs. You only, you're streaming primarily so you can edit and make like normal videos out of them. And that's kind of what I've been doing. But I didn't know that anyone would ever want to watch the VODs. Like ever since I came back, well, I never left, but ever since I, had announced I was quitting multi-streaming, my views for the VODs have been up. Like I think it drew more attention to the bro SMP, and then around the same time you were telling your friends, hey, check out the bro SMP. So now I've got like legit views, not like crazy views, but like enough to where I can tell people are like actually watching this stuff as VODs, which wasn't happening before.
Yeah, because I keep spamming them to tune in.
Well, that I do appreciate.
Actually, I told him today.
Matthew should tune in. I mean, he would definitely like the bros and P. What?
He said he watches parts of the stream.
That's cool.
But I posted it. I put the link in a bigger group chat.
Oh, for this stream?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
cool.
I put the link for the stream. I put the link for like the channel.
Oh, for the channel?
Cause like at that time you weren't streaming it.
Oh wait, bro, are you gonna see the next Jumanji movie with me?
Do I have to?
Yes. Actually, I feel like you should watch all of them. Actually, they're actually quite funny.
I don't know. I feel like I'd probably like the first one, but I don't know about any of the other ones.
The second one's actually funny. It's actually kind of funny. Like, I feel like it's one of these franchises where it's like kind of underrated, and all the OG fans hate it, but the newer kids love it. Like, I actually really. After watching the second movie, I was like, go back to the third one. And I feel like it was well executed. It was well executed better than, it was more well executed than Power Rangers. The Power Rangers reboot.
I don't know. I never really heard anything good about the Jumanji movie, so I never even like considered watching it. And it also wasn't like in a genre or anything that like particularly tickles my fancy. It's just like there's this whole genre of like these revered like kids action adventure films that like everyone's like, oh, national treasure, and I watch it and it's just like a generic like adventure film and I'm like, okay, dude. Like very obviously, like I don't know, like a bunch of like 8 to 12-year-olds probably like were all sat down in like a gymnasium on one lazy Thursday afternoon at like school and just like had to watch it together, and this became a cultural moment just because like everyone saw it at the same time, not necessarily because it was good, which if they saw it as adults they probably would be judging it more critically. That's kind of my perception on like kind of how those movies get popular. So when I see them I'm like, but Jumanji the original movie does seem like something I would enjoy actually. The sequel's not so much. Probably more than like the average film of that ilk actually.
It's always make them.
Wait, hold on. Jumanji's the one where they go inside the game, right?
Yeah.
No, I did see that. I did see that because they showed it at Cedarville.
Oh, which one did you watch?
The original.
What's done over there?
You saw like the old one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't anything crazy, but like, it was fun.
I think especially in the second movie, the rock is strange.
Really?
I don't know.
Because like,
it was like also.
I doubt that because everyone said that in his role in the Smashing Machine, that was like the first movie where he actually acted in.
Well, clearly people haven't seen Jumanji.
No, I think plenty. I would not accuse the general public of having not seen Jumanji 2. Like, that's not something I would really say in public.
Well, I don't think many people have seen it. I don't know. People say, oh, they're making another one of those. Like
yeah, Jumanji. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they would circle back to Jumanji. I would have. Were people clamoring for Jumanji 3? He's like, we need an end to the saga. Like what's going on?
Nebula, the person with Nebula, I think she did it too. I don't know.
Who?
I don't know if she's Nebula. Remember Nebula?
Oh, Karen. Who's that? Karen Gillian?
Yeah, she did it too.
What's the fun?
Well, I guess that's kind of cool.
My humor's very weird, so like, I agree. I was actually just thinking the other day, oh, I should watch the Power Rangers movie after the Battle of the
You should watch the what?
But I remember not the Power Rangers movie.
Oh. That's a movie I want to see as well. Like not because it's good. I haven't heard good things about it, but it'd just be interesting to see what it's like.
I watched with the older two girls, so the old two. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that is. We just randomly watch movies on Display.
It's like the PG-13 2010s film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty average. Yeah.
I'm expecting it to be. My expectations for that film is probably better than Fan 4 Stick.
Yes. That's good to have.
Have you seen Fan 4 Stick?
No, but eyes, but those things that are cute though. I feel like with these types of movies, it's like the bar is kind of low, so you can like compare it to other like work. So you're just like, oh, this movie that's bad.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as still like
True. We do have someone. We do have a message in the chat from Stekon 3662 says, "Did you finish your SMP?" No, this SMP will never die. But what I am trying to finish, and I'll actually be able to show you guys in a minute once I mine more of this cobble, is I'm trying to finish a massive building. So I'm trying to make a new town or city. Wait, is that bedrock? No, it's not bedrock. It's just dark. What I am trying to do is make a new town or like city, but it's all going to be contained inside of one massive building, more or less. And so a key part of that is going to be like a massive skyscraper that goes like super tall. And I'm almost finished with that. The goal of that skyscraper has been to make it taller than a neighboring mountain. And I've come pretty close to that goal. That's the goal that I was referencing in the like as far as the project is concerned. That's why I was messaging in the title of the stream. And I'm actually about to go do that right now because I should have enough cobble to pull it off. But there's still more left to do. There's still more left to do. Like I've got to actually create walls to the city. And then connect everything and make it all one building. It's a little complicated, but it'll be easier for me to actually show you guys. Just imagine a castle. It's like a modern castle. Or like if you've ever seen One Apple Loop, kind of something similar to that. One idea that I had was to build something like a cross between like a stadium and One Apple Loop, where like you've got like this massive loop and everyone does everything inside of like the outside of it, but then in the middle, you've just got like this like grassy area, and that's where you've got like farmland or something.
Wait.
What?
Sleep.
Okay, hold on. Stekon 3662 says, "You mean a residential community in an integrated building?" Yeah, something very similar to that, actually. The vibe I want to have for the skyscraper section is going to be essentially a cross between a mall and an apartment building. So there's gonna be some levels where it's like, oh, you've got like a food court or whatever, and then other sections there's gonna be just like normal housing.
Reminds me more like a hotel.
Yeah, I mean, the predominant vibe is definitely going to be a hotel, for sure. But it's not gonna be the only vibe, because I'm not out of bed.
Are you hot?
I'm out of bed.
Having bad dreams? Oh, never mind.
Bro, I was literally walking to a bed. You gotta chill. Chill, daddy, chill.
As if I knew them.
what is that sound?
Raw aluminum and raw iron. Dude, I got so much lapis lazuli. I don't even know what to do with it. Does anyone want to buy lapis lazuli?
I have 2 blocks of it. I actually do need some, but I already found blocks of it, so.
Sorry, bro.
Okay, but do you have like do you have 364 stacks of lapis lazuli though?
No, I'll pay you 5 emeralds for that when I get back.
5 emeralds for 3 stacks? No. That's ridiculous.
Well, you 3 stacks?
Yeah, 3 stacks.
I'll pay you 15 for that.
Hmm.
No, I'll pay you 7.
For all 3 stacks? I don't know if I want to sell all 3 stacks.
Okay, well, I'll buy 1 for 5. Because it's not that common. I already have.
Yeah, 1
some.
for 5. Yeah, 1 for 5 is perfect. Yeah. Stekon 3662 says, "It seems beautiful. Do you built?" Hold on, we need a translator. Do you built the basis of it is?
Sorry.
What? Hold on. What?
I'm only imagine that being moved.
It seems beautiful. Hold on. It seems beautiful. Do you built the basis of it is? what countries are you guys from? I'm gonna try and understand what you're saying. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna try and understand. I'm gonna try and translate what you're saying. Maybe you're saying, do you have the basis of it built? And the answer is yes. I'm actually about to go there in a second after I repair this this pickaxe and this sword. And actually, this is pickaxe. I do have the basis of it built actually. And I'm about to go there in a second because I'm like very close to actually finishing the project.
Which is why I'm not gonna win the thing.
What do you mean you're not gonna win the thing?
I can't. Oh wait, this thing just dropped.
Oh, you mean the project to make the tallest? No, you're not gonna win. But yeah, hold on.
It's not really a challenge.
Stack on 3662 says sorry. In a curious question, how many players on the server? So right now 3. We used to have 4, but then essentially a controller broke. A controller broke. So one of the members can't play on the server anymore.
There was never 3.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was.
No, I was not gonna play with this.
The issue was that we were also having issues with connecting 4 people at once because some of the profiles couldn't ask permission or something.
Oh yeah.
It was something like that, but I think that's fixed now. But this is.
But now you've got the controllers issue. So.
No.
I think when I get.
Wait.
Okay, bro, no.
Not again, please, no. No. Wait. You guys simply by its found.
Stick on 3662 says sorry, I just pasted some text on it. Oh yeah, no, you're good. I just like giving people a hard time because I think that not enough people shame each other for speaking poor English, and that's part of what's contributing to poor literacy rates. But yeah, as you can see, I am somewhat political as well. So yeah, no, you're good.
What in the world?
It says, sorry, I didn't mean to type is it. I just pasted some text by accident on it, dude. Yeah, no, you're good. It's a fun stream moment. It's the type of moment that like if people wanted to, they could take it, clip it, and be like, haha, tee hee, you know, so. And those are the moments that make a stream special, truly. Like if we're being honest about it. But yeah, this is it. Very bare bones, and yes, I probably need to remake these stairs. But, you know, at the end of the day, you've got to actually have the height to get up here in the first place. Oh yeah, so check this out, y'all. Check this out. This view is incredible, and I'm not gonna go HUD free because I've already done it a lot. But look at this. Look at this. Why are you drowning, guys? Come on, get it together.
Wait, your corpse is just.
Now, Octoprism built that and was like, "Oh, look, I built the biggest building." Does that look like a building to you? This looks like scaffolding that's falling down.
Thanks for trading while I'm dead.
You said right there.
Wait, so how'd you guys drown? How'd you guys die?
I didn't die.
Oh.
I'm alive right now. You can clearly see I'm alive right now.
Oh, the Phantom is still here. Oh, my friend.
Is that where we die? Is that what's going on?
What?
Whenever we die, the Phantoms like haunt us for our death?
I don't know, but this Phantom's still around. I don't know why. I need to look up why the Phantom's still around. Maybe I need to kill it.
As soon as I died, it started haunting you again.
Stack on 3662 said, dude, the view is very beautiful. Nut the death? What does nut the death mean? That doesn't sound appropriate. Death text make it bad. What? Oh, you want me to go no HUD? I mean, I can. I've done it before. I probably just do it when I'm done though. Building out the structure as tall as I want it because it'll be way taller. So the view will be even better. So like this is the mountain that I've been trying to make the building taller than. I guess technically I'm like only like 2 or 3 blocks away from that, but I want it to be taller than the tree as well. So what I'm gonna do here is like typically what I do for my buildings is I make each floor 4 stacks tall, so like including the ceiling, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. But for this top floor, I'm just gonna make it as tall as it needs to be. It'll make it more affordable and cheaper to build. And I'll deal with interiors later. But I do need to actually secure the building so then my villagers can roam free in it. Because I do have villagers here. This whole thing is a project actually to have a massively populated village or like city.
I'm pretty sure you want to.
How do you put the
It says a stack on 3662 says the Phantom should die in the day. I agree. We should take that up with the Phantom. But in reality, I've got some mods on this thing, so that could be affecting it as well. I've got, what is it? I've got actions and stuff. And then I've got, what's the second mod that I have on here? What's the other mod that's not actions and stuff that I have? What's it called?
Bedrock.
Oh, Better on Bedrock, yes. The only thing about the Phantom is that I can't stand on these walls. Like normally when I build, I stand on the walls, but I know that if I do, then I'm just gonna fall to my death. So that's a little annoying. Steckon3662 says, dude, I gonna die? You mean I am going to die? Anyways, my keyboard is betraying me. I meant, but the death text in the chat made it worse. Oh, yes. And I get you. Bro, there are times I go like completely like HUD free. Like if you go back through my old streams, you can actually find out when I turn off my heads-up display and actually probably make an edit of all the footage because we've seen some beautiful sights in here. What?
No talking, please.
Huh? I have vibrant visuals on, so we get some really stunning sights. Eventually, I may make like an edit or like a trailer or something of all the footage. But you know what? I miss the Bro SMP. That was a lot of fun.
Bro SMP's right here.
Oh no, sorry, not the Bro SMP. The Card 3 SMP. Sorry, I missed the Card 3 SMP. That was a lot of fun because I was playing with my guys from my hall. I mean, going to a Christian college basically was like that was like the closest thing to like having frat brothers, essentially.
Doesn't make sense. It's not. You said that 18 times. I'm not doing it.
It's 4 or 12. I think it's 4 or 12.
Dude, I gonna die is actually condescending me though. Dude, I gonna die. Okay. But yeah, if you guys want to be updated on when the next streams are gonna happen, join the Discord server because I always announce it beforehand. Well, almost always announce it beforehand, and include the link so you guys can join the stream as soon as it starts. And also, by the way, it's nighttime. I don't know if you guys plan on sleeping tonight, but how come Minecraft doesn't have time zones? Dude, we're close, but I can't believe that I still don't have enough cobble to make. I actually don't think I have enough cobble yet to
Oh, right here.
See, I thought that all the cobble that I got would be enough to make this place taller than the trees, but I think that we're only halfway there as far as the tree height is concerned.
Okay, so half the stuff despawned.
Oh wow, you really can help. All your important things, all your important things.
Yes, but one heart doesn't help it.
Go to the. I thought you were going to the house.
I'm not gonna walk through the forest with one heart.
See, 1, 2,
Hey, well, guys, we
3.
can't. I lost most of them already.
All right, you're sleeping now. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you got most of them.
Wait, how do I get down? Oh my goodness, I covered up the floor. Oh, I almost built a death trap. Oh my goodness, hold on. Wait a second. This was terrible.
Yeah, I lost all my emeralds. That's terrible. Thanks for, like, I don't know, making sure there's no door.
Wait a second, where are the stairs? Where are the stairs? Okay, I'm about to go sleep in a second.
Yeah, my diamonds are.
Yeah, so I covered up the stairs. Blown up by a creeper. What are you guys doing? Man, y'all are washed. Y'all are washed if you guys just dying left and right now. I was making fun of you guys. Okay, I'm about to sleep here in a second. I'm just gonna fix the floor here.
No, all my stuff is just gone.
Why is it gone?
No, we can't sleep.
Because I died.
Yeah, I'm about to sleep. I'm about to sleep in a second. Okay, yeah, I think that'll work.
Why can't you sleep? What's wrong with you?
There aren't any beds over here. I gotta go all the way back home. I didn't build any beds for myself in the skyscraper. Oh my goodness, there's a. Oh man. Had to deal with the creeper inside the skyscraper again. That's the worst. No, I literally did. It was literally on like the stairs.
I don't care. Can you go to your bed?
Yes, I'm going there now.
Can you run?
No, I'm not gonna run. Steckon3662 says, sorry ism, just from my mom, is Kinoda Homos? You guys have to tell me what country you guys come from.
I don't care what he said. Can you go to sleep and run? Everything you do is radio. Everything you do. Why don't you run? Why can't you run? You can't run. What's wrong with you running?
Yeah, first of all, that's an incredible compliment. First of all, that's
how you play Minecraft. Use your feet and run. That's not big. You can't run.
You're breaking down.
Yeah.
You're breaking down.
Go to your bed.
This is hilarious.
I'm about to hack the game, go to creative mode, and then kill you.
No, you're
And
not.
torture you forever. I will. Yeah, see, Martha gets it.
Okay, what the heck is this? So,
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait, bro.
sorry ism just from my Moem is Kanoda Homos. What? What language is this? And I speak Jump Scorona. Jump Scorona.
Bro, no, you know the comment I was talking about, right? Think that it's medical?
What?
You know think that it's medical? The comment that I was talking to you about how great it is?
What?
Because if you look at inventory, stop!
What was that? What was that for? That was unwarranted.
Because we're talking about state dance right now, playing Minecraft.
Hold on, sorry. Please. What were you saying?
No, you're the think that it's medical, right?
What can we get a translator in here, please?
Can you close it out?
No, it's just that she's too far away. I can't understand what she's saying. What?
Saint Dennis
Say that again.
Dennis Medical.
Say it again.
The comedy Saint Dennis Medical.
Oh yes. The comedy Saint Dennis Medical. Yes. Okay. I'm glad we spent three minutes getting to this moment. Okay.
You know the guy who plays Kano, right, in the movie that we just
Oh
watched?
yes. Mortal Kombat 2.
His eyes. Apparently, he played one of the guys in St. Dennis Medical, which I didn't know because he had an accent the whole time and he had a beard.
Oh, that's cool. So he's got range. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's not crazy because I had no idea it was him, and I was like, and I saw an interview, and I was like, wait, that kind of looks like, and then I was like, wait, that kind of looks like him, and so then I looked it up, and it was him, and I was like, wow, that's crazy.
That is really cool.
Taking my stuff too.
Stekon3662 says, I myself didn't understand a single word. Yeah, see, look, one of these days you have to go back on these streams and try to see if you understand what you're saying.
I probably won't.
Yes, it's a mixture of two things. You've got three things. The biggest factor, of course, is the proximity. Like you're too far away. You're too far away from the. You're too far away from the microphone, but also you've got harsh and aggressive noise canceling compared with the compression that Discord throws onto the audio, making for a recipe for disaster if you're looking for high quality sound.
Do you have your voice down? Wow, I don't have voice down.
You guys logged off?
And Mark, guys, come here. Mark, come here.
Wait, you guys logged off?
Yeah, it's time for us to go. We are not getting the staffs.
Ever?
Yes, we are. I don't know what he's talking about. Yes, we are. We are getting the staffs.
Ah, now you feel my pain.
We are gonna get the staff. The staff. No, I'm building my bring the chores up. Cross TV, bring chores up. Building my hotel. We're getting the super staff anymore. Building my hotel.
All right.
I think I might do a side question.
Ooh.
I think I might do like a little adventure side quest. I need to do next stream. I think I want to do a heavy mining stream. So if anyone needs any resources, let me know. I'm probably gonna go deep into the caves and find some ore. It's kind of ridiculous. I think I used all my iron. I think I have some left from. I think I have.
Stekon3662 says, wait. Stekon3662 says, what is that noise? Why am I hearing myself? From your... Why am I hearing an echo of myself from your guys' microphone? You guys need to turn off whatever it is causing that. Stekon3662 says, wait, is that rate quite? Okay, I've got two questions for you. Stekon3662. First of all, which country are you from? Or what is your primary language? Second question is, how old are you? I am so curious. I've never seen, actually no. I've seen people talk like this, in Instagram comments or whatever, or on Reddit, but I've never actually had someone with this level of literacy, derogatory, in my chat before.
What did they say?
They said rate. They said wait. Is that rate quite? That's what they said. Oh.
No,
18. This person's 18 years old. No months. Wait, 18 months. What?
Wait, bring back.
You're rage baiting. You're rage baiting. You're rage baiting.
Okay, it seems like the person is kind of salty that we weren't able to the hut on the last stream. So now it seems like he is going to try to build his hotel empire.
Oh, he is? He's trying to build his Minecraft Dubai?
So, I've used that time to lose my diamond sword. So now I have to get those things back and then build my hotel.
Ah, so you've seen the light. I see.
I think I'm going to do a little side quest because I wanted to. Okay, I already said I need to get resources, right? I also need to get I already have a whole ton of food, But I want to be the #1 supplier of food. So I'm gonna go out and see if I can get as much like
You want to become
diverse,
like Tyson's Foods of Minecraft?
yes, diverse my food portfolio. So that way I have like a whole ton of rare foods. And no one else has.
Wait, really? You've got rare fruits?
I'm going to. Okay. Right now. I don't want that. Okay, anyway, we're gonna go now. So I'm gonna go to
Stuck on 3662 says, no, I dotted. What does that mean? No, I dotted? You know what? Bro, one thing we should do in the United States of America is we should have a system where teachers get together. Like, let's say we have like an organized way to get teachers and kids together in the same room, and what the teachers do is they teach children English, and the children learn. We should try this.
The funny thing is that I'm not even the most like English prolific person. Like I actually feel like I struggled with English, like learning like the predicate and like the subject and such. Like I can actually create sentences. I just like when people say put like the predicate in this, put this and this there, then I get confused. But if you actually gave me a sentence and you put like if you gave me a sentence, I'll be able to create like sentences. I can write books.
But you would know that no I dotted is not proper English, right?
Yes.
Or wait, is that rate quite? Like you would understand, like you would know that that's like a sign of a stroke, right?
Yes, very much so. Yes. Like I don't know. It's interesting because
someone said I rely dotten Latin to get text in school again. What? I'm just gonna put this.
I blame COVID for this.
I'm just gonna put this on my screen. We're gonna need translators for whatever this is into English.
I'm gonna hop on your stream for a little bit and see what's going on.
Yes.
Maybe they are having.
Look at the chat. I don't know.
We need to call on like.
I don't know.
We need to call 911 for this person.
I don't know. This is like
that's actually ridiculous.
Now I don't know how old this person is. Genuinely, the person said they're 18 months old, which I don't think is like even possible. Do you think it's possible for someone to be 18 months old and be watching my stream and chatting?
They might be on drugs actually.
What? I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's possible for someone to be 18 months old and watching my stream and chatting.
Person needs like help or something.
I don't know. Yes, with English.
I don't know. Something. I don't know. But then again, it does not surprise me because I asked one of my coworkers.
So it wrote it. Hold on. The person wrote it's S English. That should be a meme. No, it's S boastable.
I'm looking at the chat right now. The person said, the person says, and I speak jumps corona. Which is... You will become a good man if you give me a Robux. Okay, is this spam? This actually might be spam.
Wait, why?
Because it sounds like they're asking for Robux, like Roblox money.
Really?
That's what it said. It said you will become a good man if you give me Robux.
Oh, I missed that message.
And
you can adopt me in Brookhaven. So the one part of it that's legible and intelligible is just like e-begging. Come on, get out of here. Lame.
And I screwing it. What in the world is this?
I'm not banning this person. I don't really like banning people, but like that's actually kind of funny. E-beggars in the chat, what's up?
It's so strange. All right.
No, it S no robot. It's spelled ROPOT. No Roblox bot. Yeah, no, you didn't seem like a Roblox bot. Like, I think if genuinely you were just a Roblox bot, then you would have only been sending messages about Roblox. But you
Is
were.
this person like? Okay, I have a question. Is this person like? Are they doing this on purpose, or is it just like an actual like serious?
I don't know. It's so hard to tell. Like, I don't know. Like, the line between like satire and ignorance and rage bait is just so thin nowadays. Like, you genuinely can't tell anymore if someone is like rage baiting, dumb, or like whatever.
Or they think, they think it's funnier for me. I don't know.
But this, I don't think is rage bait.
No, I was just acting like Roblox kids. What in the world is this person?
I was just acting like Roblox kids, I guess. I mean, I believe you.
I don't know. Okay, but interesting.
But yeah, listen to the stream. Listen to the stream at different points and see how hard it is for me to understand what you're saying.
Look at this person is saying. Actually, I do wonder if the person is having a stroke, because it seemed like before, whoever it was talking pretty eligible.
You're pretty intelligible, yeah. I know tier Rakapate. Rakapate? What's Rakapate? Are you French?
I'm just trying to.
Why does it look like a French word to me? No, I tier Rakapate.
The last eligible message was when they said, "Dude, I was gonna die. My keyboard is betraying me. I meant, but the death text in the chat made it worse." And then after that, then it just went from like ineligible. So maybe their keyboard is messing up, but they're still able to spell words.
Or it could be rage baiting me. I don't know.
I really don't want to get teached in school again. Okay, you know, yeah. Time to pack it in. This person's probably they get the help that they need.
No, and like, see, this is why we need like serious focus on the literacy problem in America.
Yeah,
I don't even know if this is in America.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think a part of it is, but I would imagine it's down everywhere. But I think part of it is
one thing that's tricky too. One thing that's tricky.
There's no shame anymore. Shame is not a thing anymore. So you can't be like, oh, you can't read or write. Because,
no one's stopping
that's
me.
shaming now.
Clearly. No,
It's like, okay, how about I forgot her name. Younger sister. She's dyslexic, but she still reads. She still reads more than anyone.
Oh yeah.
From public school, so like you can't. That's not really an excuse.
Yeah.
You can actually. There are audiobooks. You don't even have to like technically read the book. Like just listen to it. But even then, I don't know. Also, I don't know. I feel like people should at least be trying to read. Like I don't know.
Yes.
They're just trying. People need to bring trying.
But another thing I will say one thing that adds another wrinkle to it as well is that you don't know if like the person who's on the other end genuinely like they're either they are from a different country or they have a different primary language. So like, I don't know, let's say that you were taught by, or let's say you were raised by like Spanish people, let's just say, for example, right? And those people, you know, they speak Spanish. And so of course you're gonna know Spanish. And of course you would not know English as well. So like, it would not be as fair for me to dog, and that's one thing that makes it tricky. That's the only thing that makes me divided about even like cracking jokes about it, is because it would make no sense for me to dog on like some Spanish or Indian dude who like wasn't raised with English and so doesn't speak it well. Like that's just normal. That's like what you would expect.
I mean, I feel that way too, but then I'm also thinking in my head, especially if they're an adult, I think in my head, like you have every opportunity. You live in, especially if you live in America, you have every opportunity to learn language.
Oh, that's true. Duolingo is free.
To me, I'm like, you should at least be able to understand, like if I'm talking to you, especially like if the police pulls you over or something, if the police come to your house, like you need to be able to talk to the police.
Okay, but like let's say for sake of discussion that this is
be able to understand.
But let's say for sake of discussion that this is an Indian dude. Okay, for sake of discussion, what police is gonna be pulling over an Indian dude? like in America, like where you're like, oh hey Indian dude, you better learn English in case the police pull you over. Like, what?
Okay, well, what if you need the police or something? Like, I don't know. I feel like
in India, I think the primary language in India is English.
In America, like if you're in America, then you should at least, like, if you live in America, you should at least be able to understand, like, English.
Oh, I agree, and you're correct on that front.
Because I mean, I feel like, I don't know, you know, people need to bring trying back, you know.
Yeah.
Bring back actually trying to do things.
Stefan 3662 says clearly I can read.
Maybe they might be on something actually.
Daten means fun with me.
I don't know. This person might have taken something.
I see not Indian or Spanish. My primary language is jump scroll. Hold on, I'm actually gonna look this up because you've said this before. See, I thought you were just memeing or joking, but maybe jump scroll is like an actual language. I'm gonna look this up. And if it's not a real language, you successfully rage baited me. Oh,
no,
so
it's not real.
Yeah, wait, yo, okay,
yeah, wait,
okay.
Applause,
you know what? Applause for a successful rage bait. That was masterfully executed. You played the long game well. Wow, wow, the execution on that was impeccable.
That's pretty good.
I mean,
that's pretty good. Okay,
that was well done. That's one. All right, peace out.
All right. Okay, bye. Have fun.
Bye. All right.
We'll probably hop on during the week on and off to check on stuff. Maybe update a couple things.
Yeah, but if you do, give me an updates on what you guys decide to do.
Yeah, well, we'll be heading home probably in the next, like in the game. In the next couple days, we'll probably be heading home because I think we're.
Okay, y'all are.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all have gotten tired of dying. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Okay.
See, it's all fun
bye.
when I die, but when you guys die, yeah, it's a big deal.
Well, we were wandering around and we didn't find anything, so we're just like, yeah, let's just don't put it in the towel, pretty much. But I don't know. Maybe I'll find it when I go searching for food.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be cool. Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Okay, yeah, so Stefan, but real talk though, Stefan 3662, I am going to try my best to just understand what you're saying. I genuinely, you say you're not rage baiting. I don't know if it's hard for me to believe that you're not rage baiting. But I'm just gonna act as if you're doing your best, and I'm gonna do my best to try and understand what you're saying moving forward. Just because I think it's just better, it's more conducive for conversation between the two of us. And also it gets to a point, you know. It makes for a fun segment and fun jokes. Stardust ore! It makes for fun jokes. Wait, can I harvest it? I'm scared. I don't want to break it. If I can't harvest it, but you know. I don't think I can harvest this with stone. That's crazy. But yeah, I'll just try to understand what you're saying the best that I can. I more or less, I think, can understand most of what you're saying, or at least I will be soon if I concentrate hard enough. What would you like to say? It's Greek gaming god? You mean Greek god X? I don't believe you. I don't even think Greek god X cares about Minecraft. Does he? I don't really watch much Greek god X. I'm so out of the loop on like a lot of Twitch stuff in circles lately. Like I know a few things. Like I know that like FaZe broke up and then became the Core Boys. Extra Emily quit streaming and then said she would come back. I don't know if she actually did come back. I know the shoe on head Hassan stuff, which is hilarious. I don't know if it's relevant enough for me to talk about on stream in my politics segment. I might. We'll see. But that is a little funny. One thing that's really funny about the shoe one head in Hassan Piker thing is, low key, I think that shoe one head kind of pulled a Jon Stewart and Tucker Carlson Hassan Piker, which like is going to sound extremely aberrant the way that I said it, but let me explain. You guys don't remember one of the most pivotal moments in the media world, not just even like the news media world, but just the media world in general, this completely changed television, was the creation of the CNN show Crossfire. This was a program where people would, two hosts would invite someone of a different point of view to hop on and debate politics with them. And I think before they had special guests, they would just, the two co-hosts would just debate amongst themselves. One of these co-hosts was Tucker Carlson. Now, in a very pivotal episode, actually the last one, the guest they had on was Jon Stewart. And they were talking to him about his politics because Jon Stewart is known very much, and inappropriately so, for political comedy. He was a funny guy, and he did seem to put the comedy first, but he also always made a point to be having some sort of political or truthful message to the things that he said. And so he kind of got critiques from about that, particularly from Bill O'Reilly. Jon Stewart and Bill O'Reilly had a long-standing feud, which had some interesting moments in it. But regardless, the climax of that show, CNN Crossfire, was that in one episode, when Jon Stewart was a guest, he made fun of Tucker Carlson's bow tie. And the entire episode was extremely contentious. There was lots of fighting, and the fighting got so bad that CNN pulled the plug. Whoa. CNN pulled the plug on the entire show. They were like, if things have gone too far, this is the end. Although, ironically, they brought the segment back for other programs. Right now, the spiritual successor to that is Newsnight, which is a show on CNN hosted by Abby Phillips. It's like the spiritual successor to that, where basically it's just like they got four people at a table and they have all the liberals bully conservatives. It's basically the point of the show. But the whole shoe on head thing reminded me of that situation, because shoe on head literally was making fun of Hassan Piker's tacky clothes, and all of a sudden Hassan Piker starts wearing respectable clothes. Now, I will say that it's also entirely possible that this is just because Valkyrie is newly single, and it's hard to tell whether or not she recently broke up with Hassan Piker or if there was some other breakup. But she did make it clear that she had been talking to an ex recently, and that made her somewhat emotional. So I do think that, jokes aside, it's possible that either Hassan Piker recently broke up with Valkyrie, and so he's trying to attract the ladies again, which is why he's wearing suits, or that Shoe on Head broke Hassan Piker in a Jon Stewart way, and kind of like how Jon Stewart got Tucker Carlson to stop wearing bow ties, although I think he should go back to that, to be honest. Maybe Shoe on Head's critiques of Hassan Piker's fashion styles got him to dress up in suits. Stekon 3662 says, dude, I am famous. Why is it said God, I mean goat? And I said you were in my video. What would you like to say? I mean, you don't have videos, do you? I could literally go to your channel and see if you have anything. But you also said, you sound very cute with a lot of information. Well, I mean, thank you, I guess. If you think that I sound cute now with a lot of information, check out my newbie highlights channel, where I focus on like speaking about politics, like almost exclusively. Also, I do have a political segment that I do when I'm done gaming. I'm probably in like 30 or so minutes. I'm gonna wrap up the gaming portion, and I'm gonna be talking about just politics and the news. So if that's what does it for you, stay tuned, I guess. Steckon 3662 says not on this one. Okay, what's your channel then? Say you're famous. What's your channel? I will say Steckon 3662 does not ring a bell. You could just be one of those famous TikTokers who has like 1 million search Greek gaming goat. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna search Greek gaming goat. See if that pulls up anything. This is you? Oh, you play Minecraft. Oh, X-Wings, you're watching? Yeah, I can believe that. Live stream on SMP.
This.
Alright, chat. This should be working.
Oh, hell no! This guy's bullying me.
Oh, so you're a kid. Okay. I'm not gonna roast you for your English then. You're still learning. YouTuber tries to rage bait me.
This is Gusimi, and this dumbass thinks he's about to rage bait me in his Minecraft.
Wait, no, you sound like a teenager. Wait, so how old are you? I don't know. I'm so hard to get a read on you, buddy. It's hard to get a read on you. That's well produced. Wait, so how often do you upload? Do you have like an SMP? It sounds like you've got friends that you play with, which is cool. I'm actually apt to believe you that you are Greek gaming goat. A lot of YouTubers don't actually watch YouTube with any of their public channels. Like I watch YouTube with a semi-public channel I have. It's basically just like random. I upload like random on the channel that I watch YouTube with. It's literally just like random clips and like old fan trailers that I made as a kid. Because that's kind of what got me started on YouTube. Posting on YouTube was like posting van trailers. Which was a fun era, no doubt. That was a good time. Dude, I gotta start making some more money. 19? Okay. Why would the cost be 19 for that? That's so weird that like depending on where I put the pickaxes, the enchantment cost is higher or lower. Says no, I'm just making a video of rage bidding YouTubers streams with 0 views. That's funny. Wait. So the one time I get a viewer who's sitting in my stream for longer than 15 minutes, it's because he's making a video ragging on people who don't have any views. Okay, bro. Okay. That's classic. But you know what? That's fair. I very rarely get lots of viewers. And he says, holy crap, it is now 3 weeks while I'm trying to do this video, and you're the second one. I'm the second one? Wait. So you're telling me that you've been trying to rage bait people for 3 weeks, and I'm only the second one who's bitten? Wait, so are streamers just like not reading their chats? That's like streamer 101. Now, to be fair, maybe that explains why they're at 0 views. But I mean, I read my chat and I'm at 0 views. I mean, it's just a skill issue at that point. But it's actually not just that. Oh, dude, check this. So I didn't show you this before. But so the goal, I think I've mentioned already that the goal of this is to have like a whole like town or whatever, like a whole city inside of what's essentially a castle. Check this. I've actually trapped 2 villagers in here. And they live in there. I've trapped 2 villagers in there, and they live in there. So they're growing food or whatever. They're going to be farmers and feed the other villagers once I allow them to sort of repopulate. Stekon 3662 says some are stupid. I mean, I'd believe that, I suppose. Wait, when this video comes out, send me a link. I'm curious now. I'm curious, like, how this video turns out and how other people responded. Like, how stupid were those people, really? But yeah, not enough streamers read their chats, especially people who don't have views. Because one thing that happens too, and I noticed this, like, one thing too, when you're streaming, and it's hard to balance, is that you have to consider that 99% of people who watch you are not going to watch your VODs. They're going to watch like your videos. And so sometimes people can interrupt you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Finally killed that thing. Sorry. The thing was haunting me for some time. Yeah, sometimes, ironically, people will interrupt you when you're trying to like talk about a subject and kind of ruin the flow. Like, especially like if you're trying to have like make a political video. Like, they'll come in and start talking about something unrelated. If you read their chat, that is going to make it harder for you to make a good video. Where you're supposed to be talking about one specific issue. I know that some people like Hassan Piker figure out how to do that really well, but even then, they sort of accomplish that as well by ignoring like random chatters and trying not to get what's called one guide. Asmongold does this too. But that's also one reason why I like doing these gaming streams, is because it gives me like a chance to actually chat with you guys. Because it used to be just 100% like politics streams where like no one is chatting, the stream is dead. But then I package it up in a video and it gets like 1 or 2 dozen views. But here, like, I feel like the people who actually like come back for more for me, they do it because of these like Minecraft SMPs. Like these Bro SMP streams, which is really cool. Like, my brother was talking about how he's got friends who literally watch my VODs, which is crazy to me. Stekon 3662 says, it might not even come if it took over a month because I'm planning to rage bait 7 streamers. Wait, why are you choosing YouTube streamers instead of Twitch streamers or Kick streamers? Because one thing about YouTube is that like YouTube doesn't prioritize streamers and streamers don't prioritize YouTube. It's actually pretty rare to find someone who is streaming on YouTube. Like comparative to like if we're comparing to like Twitch or something. Maybe not Kick, but that's not fair because Kick is new. But yeah, I'm actually gonna finish this. I think I'm actually gonna finish this project. Let's go. I'm really curious to hear like how you edit my part of your video and how that goes. Like, I'm super curious. Please like send me the link if you find a way to do it, because I am going to send I'm literally gonna send a link to everyone in my Discord saying, hey guys, I know that Discord's kind of dead, but I am gonna send a link to everyone in my Discord being like, hey guys, check this out. YouTube streamers reactions are different from Twitch, so it's even funnier to watch new reactions. That's interesting. What are the differences you've noticed? I remember when YouTube started YouTube gaming, and no joke, I did not take it seriously, and here's why. I heard about YouTube gaming and I was like, and they had like a whole like press release or something for it, and they released videos about YouTube gaming and how they're trying to take on Twitch and whatever. I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is very smart, because YouTube is like the video website. So, you know, of course it makes sense for the video website to have video streamers. So like, I can't wait to check this out and see what it's like. I go to YouTube gaming and it's like 99% like these 24/7 feeds of these like really creepy and strange like Minecraft and gaming and like Marvel related animations, and it's just like strange content that's like very like child coded, but very much not family friendly or kid friendly at all. And so I was like, what is this? This is a joke. And so I sort of wrote it off until they started signing Ludwig and Myth and, you know, some other people, and then Valkyrie started streaming on YouTube. But even still, like, I'm not under the impression at all that many people are fans of streaming on YouTube, which is fine. But I like YouTube. It's my favorite video platform. I think it doesn't come with a lot of cultural baggage that comes with Twitch, so I'm sticking with it primarily. I will stay with you until you finish this project. Oh, I appreciate that. I am almost done. I've got to go back and mine a little bit, and then I should have enough to make this building as tall as this here. And yes, I know it's gonna look like a gray box. The style is not important right now to me. What's important is it being able to fit a bunch of people, because this is literally going to be teeming with villagers. I was on another SMP, the one I mentioned earlier, the Bro SMP, and I literally had an apartment complex which was maybe like a little bit smaller than half as big as this, and it was just full of villagers. It was so much fun to build. So, can you show me a feet pic of your skin? Very strange request, but the best I can do you is this. Best I can give you is this. Hold on, what is it? This. Oh, yeah, here we go. Well, actually, no, you can't see my feet, can you? Can you? Is it, okay, here. Here's your coveted Wiki Feet picture. Okay, post this on Wiki Feet and tell me what I get rated. Oh man, no. I'm not that easy. I'm not that easy. No. Oh man. This is fun. You've made the stream quite fun. Can you show me a feet pick up your skin? No. If you actually go back on my non-newbie highlights channel, you can find videos of me putting on shoes and Crocs, like trying out shoes and Crocs. But to be honest, I'm probably wearing socks in those videos. I wear socks most of the time. I'm not wearing socks today, literally just because I was taking a nap and I never sleep with my socks on. But actually, yeah, check out my Joshua Vide's unboxing video. That is my favorite pair of shoes that I own. I think it's not worth a whole lot in comparison to most shoes, but it's a collab that's like, and the shoe is kind of rare. Like, they've stopped making them like for a year, like a few years ago. And they're a very unique looking shoe. If you put the shoe on right, there are no visible laces. It looks like a zipper. Well, it is just like a zipper. There are laces underneath though. But the cool thing about it is the entire outside is made out of canvas. Really neat. So like, when I went to go see the Devil Wears Prada 2, those are the shoes I wore, because it's like, those are kind of like the fancy, like fashionista type clothes that you would expect someone who's into fashion to wear. Like, they look kind of like that. These dumb villagers can't even get inside the building. Ridiculous. Like, these are all their beds, but they don't know how to get inside. It's so funny. All right, guys, we're almost there. It's day 209, and we are oh so close to achieving that oh so elusive goal of building a skyscraper taller than the mountain, which does not actually sound that cool when I say it like that. I promise, guys, it's cool. I promise it's cool. I low-key think that if I rebranded from like being a political streamer to like a Minecraft streamer primarily, like as far as my branding goes, yeah, I'm talking like everything I upload on NanoNewbie highlights being gaming content. Hold on, Stuck on 3662 says, dude, you have problem that the message shows after 20 seconds to you. Okay, so translation, dude, you have a problem. The message shows up 20 seconds after I send it to you. That is, I can tell you why that happens. It's because I have the closed captioning setting on, and there has to be a delay for the YouTube servers to have time to process what I'm saying. I do this for accessibility. I want people who maybe don't have the best hearing or maybe are hard of hearing to be able to watch my streams and kind of follow along. It's just a good feature to have, the closed captioning. So I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the latency for people to be able to turn on closed captions on the stream in real time and be able to hear what I'm saying. As soon as they released that feature, I turned it on instantly. I had tried actually to see if there was a way that I could send closed caption, like have my computer process what I'm saying as closed captioning, as closed caption data, and then send it to YouTube. It ended up lagging my computer too much, but this is something I've always wanted, so I thought it was really cool that they added that as a feature finally. Stuck on 3662 says, and bye, I will go to sleep because it's 4 a.m. for me. Okay, fair enough, but this VOD will always be here, waiting for you. No, you're not gonna be the only one watching the VOD. Other people will probably be watching the VOD as well, if what my siblings have said are accurate to any degree. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Alrighty. Well, that's no good. That's no good. There we go. There we go. Whoa. I want that copper, but I don't think I want it badly enough to dive into the water and drown. So I'll leave that there. I'll leave that there. You know, it's crazy that that guy was making a video trying to rage bait YouTubers and they wouldn't even read the messages. Like, come on. Like, if you watch any video from like Harris Heller, for example, or like any like probably Nutty, anyone who gives advice on streaming, they will always tell you like, read your chat, read your chat. And like, yes, you can go overboard with it to the point where like you got like basically no content because all you're doing is just like responding to what other people are saying, like I was talking about. But like, come on. Like the big appeal, like the biggest appeal of streaming for a lot of viewers is to like have someone to interact with them. Like they want interactive media. Like anyone who watches streams knows this. Like who watches streamers and doesn't read the chat? Or, no, sorry, that's not what I meant to say. Who watches streamers and doesn't send messages into the chat? I've actually rage baited Myth twice in the chat. But it's not just about that. It's just about like asking questions, talking with the fans, you know. So what I'm going to do is, after I finish with this next level, because I'm quite sure that this next level is going to be finished with this next batch of cobble, I'm then going to build the boundary for the, what should we call it? What should we call it? A Neo Castle? Let's call it a Neo Castle. That's actually a really cool title. I'll call it the Neo Castle. So I'm going to build the boundaries for the Neo Castle just so that I have like a guideline of like, okay, this is how big the Neo Castle is going to be. And also so I can show people and be like, hey, you know, these are what the boundaries are going to be, yada, yada. And then eventually I will end up clearing out everything inside that's not what I want it to be. The terrain I may keep in place. I think the terrain will give it texture, and vibrance and variety. You know what I do find interesting though? And this is a question I've asked myself, and the answer I've given is, you know, I like streaming. And maybe that's the answer that most streamers give. But one thing I'm curious about is, you know, for most streamers, they will get more viewers when they're not live than when they are live. And what I mean by that is like what they say will be repackaged into videos, and then those will go viral or whatever, you know, because they're good at what they do, where they get views or whatever. And then that is what will get views. Not the streams themselves, but, you know, the clips or the videos that they post. One could easily ask the question, why are you streaming, right? If you are, yeah, one could easily ask the question, why are you streaming? If, you know, the people who are viewing your stuff are viewing it from like the videos or the clips and not like the actual stream. my main excuse for wanting to stream instead of just making videos was actually that if let's say that I'm working on a video, for example, and this is extremely practical still, but let's say I'm working on a video and my computer crashes or my computer dies and I lose all the footage. It's still gonna be on the stream. Like, it's still gonna be on YouTube, it's still gonna be on Twitch, it's still gonna be wherever I streamed, I was streaming at the time. And so it's a very good way to make sure that you don't lose what you were working on, you know? So from that angle, it's pretty practical. But also, like, if you end up getting to the point where people are like actually paying for your content, then you're at least like getting enough views to where people will be paying for your content, then you can get like subs and stuff. Now, recently with YouTube, you can get subs anyways, but I think that if you're a chatter, you're more likely to want to, like, if you're a chatter to a streamer, you're more likely to want to pay than if you're just like someone who watches a YouTube video. Dude, I'm getting so much iron. Oh wow, I don't even know where I am. Where's that water coming from? See, that's one thing about these, what is it called? Fancy graphics? Is that it's hard to tell where the water's coming from sometimes. Wait, why can't I place anything? Oh, it's because I'm holding... Because I'm holding gunpowder. Oh, man. That's a new one. Okay, here we go. So much diorite. Where's the cobble at? Does anyone actually like diorite or andesite or whatever that other stuff is? I should actually go back to the surface soon because I don't have... See, it was Octoprism who had all the enchantments, who enchanted this pickaxe, I don't have any enchantments. So I can't re-enchant this. Or I can't get another enchanted pickaxe without him giving it to me. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. This is gonna break. Dude. It did not break. Let's go. All right, back to the surface we go. Oh, I just realized I don't have any more. I already used the 2 steel pickaxes that I bought. I guess in the future I should just make my own then. Because I burned through that really quickly. And that was like 6 emeralds worth. It would have been more worthwhile for me to spend the money on just swords than the pickaxes. Especially since I already have steel. That was actually kind of dumb. But I will say that it is good to have some circulation of currency if we're trying to have a flourishing economy. So I'm not too bad about losing money at the end of the day. The one annoying thing about walking all the time is that, and especially for what I'm doing, is that I'm walking so much and the things I'm doing are so far away from each other that, like, let's say I want to sleep, right? By the time I get back to my bed, sometimes the sun's already up. Not always, but sometimes. Villagers never ended up living here, did they? Yeah, I made all this stuff for villagers to live in, and they never ended up living here. Dude, this is so much stuff. How am I even gonna get rid of all this copper? I gotta figure out a way to offload this somehow. Or sell it or something. Because this is getting to be a lot. I don't know what to do with phantom membrane. I don't know why when you reverse the order it's so much more expensive. Oh, it's too expensive to enchant that, okay. I don't even know what I would do with 10. This guy's been wanting to leave. I'm gonna let him leave. You look at this massive thing. Looks straight out of New York. I think I need more torches in here. Because I have enough to keep most mobs at bay, but... What the heck is that noise? I should split this off into another floor or not, because this is rather tall. Like, would this be too opulent? I don't know. Yeah, here we go. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably... Do I want to make this more like a... like one apple loop, or should I make this more like a normal town slash city? Because if I could make, you know, different little houses, that'd also be kind of cute. I could make the type of houses that, like, people would want to retire at, for lack of a better word. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not gonna split this up into another floor because I think I just barely have enough to build one ceiling. Look at this view though. I wish I had glass. I should definitely cut out like some massive windows. Oh, look, I get to see, oh, look, I get to see the village from here. So cool, so cool. What a great view. Man, I should just go mining a little bit more, and I have enough wood. I have enough cobble to finish the roof. Or I never thought I'd be happy that I had andesite, but here we are. It's still not enough. But it's close. Is there a villager over here? Nope, that is an Enderman. I'm not dealing with that guy. Sleeping should give you 1 XP. So here you go. Here's some free XP. Let's go. Can we kill a bunch of zombies here or something? Guys, go inside the village. Go to the house. Sleep. It's nighttime. Wow, that gave you a lot of XP, didn't it? Ridiculous. Come on, guys. I'm literally leading you guys to water. Why don't you drink? Oh, come on. I give up. I give up. Okay, I don't know what your deal is. Nice. Now I don't actually need to mine very much in order to get all of the cobble that I want or I need. This is all in the sight. Ooh. Let's go. Is that lava? Am I mining towards lava, guys? Two, three, four, five. Okay. Three, four, five. All right, perfect. Why does the temperature in Minecraft affect you more? I feel like it should. Look at all this iron, dude. Oh man, I struck a jackpot. What in the world? This is crazy. Dude, what? Yo! This is absurd. I literally won't be able to bring all this back with me. Like, I don't need to make more chests for all this. What in the world? But you know what? I'm actually scared that I'm like inches away from lava. Because I have heard that this tends to happen where there's like a ton of resources. And then there's lava right nearby. Oh my goodness, look at all this stuff. Ridiculous. Whew. Yeah, I thought for sure there'd be lava here, but seems like I avoided it. Which is crazy, considering how much stuff I just got. Like, that's wild. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take the spoils back home. At this point, I'm gonna need more furnaces. Still going, man. It won't even fit. Oh my goodness. Why does it cost 17? Seems a little high. Dude, I cannot store all this. Dude, how long is this gonna take? Maybe I should use coal instead of wood. That's been burning for days. Ooh, enchantments. Hmm. Interesting. Just curious to see what these guys are selling. Look at how big that is, bro. Where does villager come from? Yeah, it's whatever. I'll leave him alone for now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's dark. At long last, I've completed this. Completed. Being a loose word. It still needs furnishing. And I may end up connecting this with other buildings that I have. But at long last, I have a this is so cool. It's so cool. I gotta get glass so I can cut out windows. Here, I'll punch this out just so people can see. This view is incredible. What if I connect this to the other buildings underground? That might be cooler. I'll have to think about doing that. Let's see. Well, this should be part of the boundary. What if I just use this river that I made as part of the boundary itself? Trying to think of what makes sense, because it could be a little excessive too. Like I don't think I have the bandwidth to make the city like stretch all the way over there, for example. Let's make the boundary. Let's make this the boundary, and then from here to the ocean. This is. We're doing from the river to the sea right now. It's the river, that's the sea. I don't have my pickaxe with me, do I? No, unfortunately I do not. Now the priority, I think, is going to be making the building that I've just made kind of more like self-sustaining, inhabitable. Oh yeah, here we go. I did want to kind of include this as like a port. Maybe not this part, it's all kind of busted up anyways. But yeah, so this is gonna be perfect right here. Look at all these trees. I'm gonna have to harvest a lot of this in order to make this a safer place to live. Do I want to make it go past this? No, I think this is a bit much. Now this place is actually pretty dangerous. It's a lot more dangerous than it seems. That's one reason why I want to tame it so much. Yeah, I've died here a few times. One of the worst things about this place is that the shadows give cover for a lot of mobs. So getting rid of the trees is gonna have to be a priority number one. Yeah, look at all these skeletons. This is ridiculous. See? Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, this is no good. I should have done this in the daytime. Yeah, you're stuck now, buddy. You know what? I wonder if I need to make more beds. Because it seems like there are a lot of people walking around with no beds in my town. Maybe I need to expand and make more housing. I'm surprised that zombie isn't still there. I thought it would be. You see, we literally just need more. We just need less shelter for these guys, right? With the trees provide ample shelter. What's that sound? We got lots of weird sounds today. Okay, I think that lines up. I'm about to do recipes, so that's cool, I guess. Nice. And we're at the beach. Okay, so here we've got the boundaries for the new village. Oh, and I completely forgot that I made this pen here for sheep. I have a good feeling about this place. Gonna be a lot of cutting down trees, but I'm looking forward to it. And then of course this monolith of a building. Believe me, it's gonna look less out of place once, you know, this is all cleared out. There are more buildings nearby. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, trust me. right, I'm gonna go ahead and head back home and then log off. I think this is close enough to being home. All right, that was fun. That was really fun. Did I miss any messages? No, it doesn't look like I did. All righty. That was a good time. All right, now of course we've got the usual React stuff to go over. Let's see. Oh wait, I should see if I can find this again. Actually, I don't think I will. Okay. So we've got this article here. This is from Newsweek. So it says, how long can China survive Iran war with its saved up oil? Now, the context for this is that with the Strait of Hormuz closed, China doesn't have access to all of the oil, to as much oil as they usually do, because China imports a lot of its oil from the Strait of Hormuz. So this is going to cause China to be more desperate, because as the Strait of Hormuz is closed, so is one of their biggest sources of oil. But let's read this article. This is published by Micah McCartney, their China news reporter. China repeated its push for the Strait of Hormuz to be reopened, issuing the joint message with America after U.S. President Donald Trump paid a visit to Beijing for meetings with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Trump went in looking for Beijing's influence on Iran, analysts believe, because China is close to Tehran and the buyer of more than 80% of its oil. Ooh. So China's oil imports has been decreased by 80% now. That's crazy. But China has its own reasons for wanting to keep the strait open for supplies of oil and gas. While it buys most of Iran's oil, Iran is not its main supplier. China still sources from elsewhere. Okay. Critically, it has also built extensive reserves, in its response to the Strait crisis these past 11 weeks has shown just how prepared Beijing is for the energy shock for now. Yeah, and I did hear about that as well. People are like, oh, they're stockpiling oil, which was a surprise to me. I thought everyone stockpiled oil. The United States stockpiles oil. But yeah, I guess that's not something that they usually do. But despite China's considerable buffer, officials are getting impatient. The rising cost of crude globally is driving up transportation and logistics costs and tightening margins for manufacturing firms. Hormuz oil goes to Asia. We did discuss Iran. We feel very similarly about how we want that to end. We don't want them to have a nuclear weapon. We want the straits open, Trump told reporters following his meeting with Xi in Zhongnanhai, the leadership compound near Tiananmen Square that serves as headquarters for the Chinese Communist Party. Xi would also consider resuming imports of U.S. oil, Trump said, because of the Strait crisis. Chinese purchases of U.S. oil, which peaked at roughly 4% of China's total imports in 2020, were halted in May 2025 amid flaring trade tensions. The continent's top economies are particularly reliant on those sea lanes, with Japan sourcing nearly all its oil through the Strait of Hormuz. South Korea as much as 70%, and China and India roughly half of their oil inputs. Oh, Oh, Bunny 234 in the chat says hi. I'm a big fan. I think you're very underrated, but great. I appreciate you sending that message out. And it is nice to see your name in the chat again, because I do remember you from when you sent those messages earlier. So it's nice to see you back here. I was wondering if I'd see you again in the chat. China's Foreign Ministry on Friday urged the U.S. and Iran to hammer out a ceasefire and reopen the Strait of Hormuz, where commercial shipping has remained near a standstill since the Gulf conflict erupted earlier this year. Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiakun cited the severe losses suffered by the Iranian people in the countries across the region, as well as a heavy strain on global growth, energy security, and supply chains. While China has repeatedly condemned the U.S.-Israeli attacks as illegal, the country has also voiced displeasure with Iran's reprisals against vessels and oil infrastructure across the Gulf, and worked with Pakistan to bring Tehran to the negotiating table across from the U.S. Oh yeah, and that's normal too. By the way, I should add, it's very normal to be like, okay, this is a violation of international law. I think this is illegal or whatever, but I still don't want the enemies of that entity to succeed, right? So just because you say, oh, these attacks on Iran were illegal, doesn't mean that you support the Iranian regime, right? So that's a fair thing to point out. China has so far rebuffed Trump's appeals for a more direct role, including potentially deploying naval vessels to safeguard shipping through the strait. Mikhail Maiden, head of China energy research at the Oxford Institute for Energy Studies, told Newsweek. China has not intervened diplomatically in the Middle East out of concern that it did not have enough leverage on all parties, that it would not be able to broker a deal, or that it could backfire given its extensive ties throughout the region. Adding to tensions are Washington's sanctions against several Chinese teapot refineries, in move last month to threaten secondary sanctions on banks doing business with them. That's interesting. Are these new sanctions? If these are new sanctions, these are a little escalatory. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of these, because to be honest, with the Strait of Hormuz closed, that enough is going to squeeze China over time. I understand wanting to accelerate China, feeling the heat, but if that is less direct, I think it's going to be a lot easier for China to accept. For example, I think that China is a lot more likely to be like, you know what? I think I'm cool with, stepping in here to take on Iran if they can look at the situation more objectively and sort of come away with the perspective of this is Iran's fault versus this is Iran and America's fault, because no one told Iran to close the Strait of Hormuz, right? But also no one told America to sanction these teapot refineries and banks, So I'm not a fan of that escalation. World's largest stockpile. Underpinning China's resilience is its aggressive stockpiling, with an estimated 1.4 billion barrels of crude in its vast storage network, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. Okay, that's smart. That's enough to cover at least 3 months of import demand. Since building its first strategic reserve site in 2006, China has stepped up stockpiling with an eye toward energy security, drawing lessons from the COVID-19 pandemic and geopolitical volatility from crises such as Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. China stepped up its stockpiling in early 2025, even as fuel demand in the country was believed to be peaking, after introducing an energy law requiring both state-owned and private energy firms to maintain reserves. China's inventories of crude are fourfold the size of Japan's and more than 3 times the size of the United States Strategic Petroleum Reserve. The driving force behind this long-term trend is the Chinese government's strong emphasis on energy scrutiny, ensuring a crude oil supply, improving inventory regulation, and expanding inventory capacity remain priorities in China's next 5-year plan. said Melissa Tan, Director of Communications in Asia at SMP Global Commodity Insights. Even though China's oil demand is approaching its peak, the country remains highly dependent on imported crude, and total import volumes remain at elevated levels. The rapid increase in crude inventory levels in 2025 was also supported by weaker oil prices and storage capacity expansion, she told Newsweek. And that's very smart of them to have these massive stockpiles. I don't think America has stockpiles this robust. We should be doing what China is doing in this respect specifically. China accounted for less than 1/5 of the global increase in oil demand in 2024, down from more than 60% between 2013 and 2023, according to the International Energy Agency, which attributed the shift to China's transition from manufacturing-led to service-led growth and the rapid adoption of energy vehicles. Another factor was the global oil supply glut, driven by sluggish consumption growth in advanced economies, and the decision by OPEC Plus producers to raise output targets as the new production came online. China's high adoption of green energy, continued heavy coal use, and diversified oil supply sources further insulate the country. How long can China hold out? China's oil imports in April fell by 20% to 38.5 million metric tons, or 9.4 billion barrels per day, according to the country's General Administration of Customs, the lowest figure since July 2022. So this is one thing that's interesting. So if you went back and looked at how many barrels they had, how much? Oh yes, so they had an estimated 1.4 billion barrels of crude in its vast storage network. Okay, so if you want to understand the scale, right, 1.4 billion barrels of crude. However, they imported 38.5 million metric tons. No, sorry. So that's 9.4 million barrels per day, right? So they could hold out for some time, I think, if we're talking about not depleting your sources, right? So they're importing 9.4 million barrels. Wait, let me check this. 9.4 million barrels per day. So if we pull up a calculator, $9.4 million barrels per day for a month, that's 282 million barrels per day. They have in their stockpiles 1.4 billion barrels per day. So this means that in order for them to, let's say that they use up all of the oil in their reserves, let's just say they would need, they could only survive for maybe, let's say 3-4 months before they're out of oil, right? Because let's say they use everything from the crude resources from their stockpile. That's 1.4 billion. Yeah, I think that'd be like 4, maybe 5 months that they could survive this, and then they're going to be in a crisis mode. They'll probably be in a similar situation as Cuba. And that's not exaggerating. They would have to ration off the energy supplies. They have to do rolling blackouts. It would not be good. And this is why it's important to manufacture your own oil. And if possible, manufacture enough oil to be completely self-sustainable. This is why Donald Trump was running on this, is because having oil and being able to have enough oil to survive in case something like this happens is extremely important. Not a lot of people pay attention to this, though, because oil crises are not common. And so the current system of, we'll just trade all these people for oil has been working for the most part so far. But let's continue reading this. Bunny 234 in the chat says, this is insane, not gonna lie. Yeah, very true. Very true. This is insane. And it's not common. And this is a unique kind of pressure that Trump has over Iran, regardless of whether or not you agree with whether or not Trump should have gone into Iran or how Trump got into Iran. This is a unique kind of pressure that we have, unique leverage, right? I don't think America's had this much leverage over China for quite some time. Buddy 234 in the chat also says, you have such good things to say. Thank you. Very appreciative of your praise there. And I hope it gets out to more people. Oh, that's much appreciated. Well, yeah, go tell your friends about the stream and stuff. I've got a friend also who's been sharing the content, and that's really the best way for this content to spread. I think better than the algorithm. Because a lot of times the algorithm tends to show my content to people who wouldn't like it. Like sometimes spikes will, I'll get viewership spikes on the non-newbie highlights channel because it's getting pushed out to people who don't like the content, and then they get mad, they send comments, and then that pushes it into the algorithm some more. But I think if you send this content to people that you think will like it, then that'll kind of help the channel grow a little bit more organically. But yeah, let's continue reading the article. This contraction was expected given the lag time for tankers departing the Persian Gulf on their weeks-long journey to China. SMP expects China to begin dipping into stockpiles this month. But the country is far from running dry. China is not at risk of running out of crude for many months. It's a question of cost and broader economic impacts, Maiden said. Yeah, see, that's kind of like estimates. Probably closer to 4 or 5 months, but yeah, it's going to take some months. So the supply shortfall is significant, but so is the ability to substitute parts of the loss. Even if the Strait of Hormuz was completely blocked, China can still source 60% of its oil from other suppliers outside the Middle East, including Russia's sanctioned crude. Ah, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Domestic, hold on, let me see, what is this? Yeah, what character did you use for this? I definitely will, but the eye looks weird. What kind of eye is this? That's not a normal eye. What is that? What is that character called? It's an eye, but it's weird. It's like it's upside down. Wait, I'm gonna search this. I with Egonic is a letter in the Latin alphabet formed by addition of the Egonic to the letter I. Why'd you add an Egonic to the letter I? Very strange. Interesting. Never heard of an Ogonek. I've never heard of an Ogonek before. But now I know. The more you know. This is how you learn new things. Domestic demand is also relatively unique, so Chinese refiners have been cutting refinery runs. Oil prices jump in the Middle East war. Cost of Brent and WTI crude since February 1st. Now, this is interesting to watch as well, because markets do not respond positively to oil being greater than $100 for too long. Generally speaking, I believe most people in the oil industry kind of want oil to be sitting somewhere between like $70 to $80 and $100. If the cost is too low, then, well, if the cost is low, it's good, right? That signifies a surplus. So the cost of oil being too low is not historically something that we've had to worry about. When the cost is too high, that means that, some countries are not going to have enough energy to produce what they need, and that's going to hurt demand. So oil companies don't really like that. So we've seen oil kind of be around $99 to $100 pretty consistently here. We've seen some spikes that go up even up to like $118 here on March 31st. But in general, it's been at about $100, $105, $110. It'd be interesting to see how long this lasts without major interventions from other countries. Europe has been running low to the point where I think they've had to decrease airplane travel, but they have not indicated that they want to get involved in the conflict. So I wonder what the pinpoint is going to be worldwide for crude oil prices, because typically the market has not been known to tolerate prices that high for that long. So China's supply losses, or the share of its crude imports likely to be cut off in disruption from Gulf from Gulf volumes, excluding Iran, would amount to less than 20% of its total imports based on the 2025 average. Jianan Sun, senior oil analyst at Energy Aspects, told Newsweek. Oil sourced from the Middle East accounts for close to half of China's crude imports. While Chinese customs data does not officially record imports of Iranian oil because of U.S. sanctions, Iranian crude oil makes up about 13% of China's total imports, analytics firm Kepler estimates. So estimates seem to vary, right? I think it seems to go from like 15% to 30% of oil is estimated to come from Iran. To China. These shipments are largely delivered via the so-called shadow fleet and transferred through ship-to-ship operations before delivery to China's so-called teapot refineries. Largely in the northern province of Shandong, these independent refineries account for an estimated 25 to 30% of the country's total refining capacity, according to estimates by the Economist Intelligence Unit. Exporting fuel while others tighten their belts. While disruption, hold on, how long is this article? This is actually, oh yeah, we're almost done. While the disruption has forced Japan and South Korea to tap into their strategic reserves in Southeast Asian countries such as Vietnam and the Philippines to introduce fuel saving and fiscal measures to mitigate skyrocketing prices, China has faced less pressure to take drastic steps. This buffer has enabled Beijing to move more selectively to protect domestic fuel security, including ordering refiners to suspend fuel exports on March 12th. So this might be an older article. While that initial, actually no, that's not an older article, it's just an older fact. While that initial move may have bruised some neighboring economies, China, Asia's fourth largest exporter of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel, has since resumed exports of these three so-called clean fuels to countries including Australia, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, signaling that official assess domestic inventories to be stable. Maybe I'm not reading that right. Maybe I'm not understanding that sentence. Signaling that officials assess. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I just needed to reread that. Signaling that officials assess domestic inventories to be stable. State energy companies this month are being allowed to export a total of 500,000 metric tons of fuel, or around 16,700 metric tons per day, Reuters reported, citing anonymous sources familiar with the matter. That is more than double the roughly 10,700 tons per day approved for April, though still well below the more than 53,000 tons per day average seen last year per Kepler. These efforts align with Chinese Foreign Ministry pledges to provide support amid shortages in the region. In addition to allowing Chinese state-run energy giants such as Sinopec to profit from higher international margins, the move also functions as a sign of goodwill to support regional economies, Martin said. China has less of a buffer in liquefied natural gas, with about 30% of its LNG imports coming from Qatar and Arab Emirates, leaving it more exposed to disruption in Gulf shipping routes. So, what's the takeaway from this article? What should be your takeaway from this article? The takeaway should be that China can last probably up to maybe 5, if we're stretching it, maybe 6 more months without the oil from the Strait of Hormuz. So look for maybe somewhere between September and December at the very latest for things to change in these developments, because when China gets antsy, that's not going to make they're not going to make things very comfortable for the rest of the world. They either will step in or they will go against America, upset that the Strait of Hormuz is not open. So kind of look for that. But for now, it does seem like China is safe. They are able to go off of their reserves as well as their remaining imports of other countries in order to get their energy for now. Bunny 234 from the chat says, LOL, the burp's coming from the drink while you're reading. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a small price to pay for my throat being lubed up. So you gotta do what you gotta do. No, I can't just let my throat get all dry and then I can barely speak. That's no good. Let's see. All right, we've got this article here. ISIS gets even deader. So this is from the PBS News. This is from PBS News. The headline is U.S. and Nigerian mission kills Islamic State group leader, Trump says. This is written by Politics. Do they even have a name for the... Oh, here it is. By Michelle Press from the Associated Press and Ope Adetayo, also from the Associated Press. Wait, so is this just an Associated Press article? I've noticed this sometimes. A lot of news outlets will just syndicate articles from the Associated Press. Yeah, wait, bro, they just ripped this from the AP News. I'm just going to read this from AP News because it's the same article. Okay, so actually, this is from the Associated Press. It says Trump says Islamic State group leader was killed in a joint U.S.-Nigerian mission. I did actually mention this earlier in the streams if you guys weren't paying attention, but the U.S. did say, "Hey, Nigeria, we're going to help you out with this crisis with Christians being killed." Now, there's been some dispute internationally as to whether or not this is a genocide or not, but Christians are being targeted by Muslims in Nigeria for death. And, the Christian community has pled with the United States for quite some time. Finally, Trump said, yeah, we'll help you out with this. And I guess this is part of this partnership. U.S. and Nigerian forces killed a leader of the Islamic State group in Nigeria, a mission carried out on Friday, U.S. President Donald Trump said. Trump announced that the joint operation in Africa's most populous country in a late-night social media post. He said Abu Bakr al-Mainouki was second in command of the Islamic State group globally and thought he could hide in Africa, but little did he know we had sources who kept us informed on what he was doing. Al-Mainouki was viewed as the key figure in IS organizing and finance, and had been plotting attacks against the United States and its interests. According to an official who spoke on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to share sensitive information. Yeah, this is something that's interesting. And this is something a lot of people don't really take into account because they're like, oh, we shouldn't be going to, foreign territories and attacking their people. And generally, I agree. However, the Islamic State does target Americans and does target the United States of America. So it's fair play to go after the enemies of the United States of America. Nigerian President Bola Tinubu confirmed the operation and said al-Mainouki was killed alongside several of his lieutenants during a strike on his compound in the Lake Chad Basin. The joint operation is the latest by both countries since their new security partnership that was kicked off last year after Trump claimed Christians were being targeted in Nigeria's security crisis and threatened U.S. military intervention. Residents and security analysts have said Nigeria's security crisis affects both Christians predominantly in the south and Muslims who are the majority in the north. According to the spokesperson for the Nigerian military task force that carried out the Friday operation, the mission was a highly complex precision air-land operation. It was carried out during 3 hours of darkness early Saturday without any casualties or loss of assets. His elimination represents the single most consequential counterterrorism outcome in the region since the inception of the operation in 2015. Sani Uba, the spokesperson of the task force, said in a statement. United Nations experts in their latest report said the IS had intensified efforts in West Africa, citing more than 500 attacks between January and October last year, which is crazy. Now, one thing that's interesting... Yeah, no, hold on. Never mind. Questions over al-Mainouki's exact status in IS. Born in Nigeria's Borno province in 1982... Oh, actually, you know what? I don't know if we care as much about the backstory. But let's skip down to this section here. U.S. and Nigeria step up joint operations. The Nigerian military said the operation was a result of recently formed U.S.-Nigeria partnership in intelligence sharing efforts. Somalia Uba, the military spokesperson, said in a statement that the operation has also disrupted a violent terrorist network that endangered Nigeria and the broader West African region. Nigeria has been battling multiple armed groups, including at least 2 affiliated with IS, as it has grappled with a multifaceted security crisis. IS affiliates in Africa have emerged as some of the continent's most active militant groups following the collapse of the so-called IS Caliphate in Syria and Iraq in 2017. The U.S. in February sent troops to the West African nation to help advise the military, and in March, the U.S. deployed drones there after Trump's allegations about Christians being targeted in Nigeria. The Friday night operation was the latest instance in a string of covert missions abroad that Trump has announced this year, starting with the stunning overnight raid in January to capture and remove Venezuela's then leader Nicolas Maduro and whisk him to the U.S. Followed 2 months later by the launch of strikes that kicked off the war with Iran. This was a pretty good article. Oh, we've got some comments here. I'll read a few of these comments. This is from JB1 Bekor Pakam. I hope I'm reading that correctly. Great to see the greatest president defend this country from terrorists who have been killing Americans for nearly 50 years. Although the left doesn't care if Americans are killed as long as their favorite terrorist is safe. Most true Americans want a president who considers protection of American citizens number one. This is a bit dramatic. You know, I think he's lathering up President Trump here a little bit. I do hear, though, that Africans love President Trump. So this person could be African. I would completely believe that. Jazz Steiner from 2 hours ago said, are you real or just a bot repeating talking points? Because I can't understand how anyone would call the most corrupt president in modern history. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Okay, I'll get through it. I believe in me. Okay, I'm going to get through this. The greatest. And the idea that Democrats favor terrorists is absurd. I don't know where that came from. Democrats care deeply about the lives of our troops, and most Americans, regardless of parties, just want to afford groceries, healthcare, and basic necessities without draining their savings or cashing out their retirement. Okay, so yeah, what Democrat voters and what Democrat political leaders want are two different things. Kind of nailed it on what Democrat voters want. I will say, though, that a lot of voters are a lot more sympathetic to terrorists than Republican voters, right? So Democrat voters are not going to be as interested in us going after international terrorist organizations, for example. They also are a lot more likely to say, let's say that some terrorist from IS comes to the United States and blows up a bus full of American civilians. They're more likely to be like, well, what did we do to make him mad, right? That's a more like Democrat coded way to respond to terrorism. But by and large, that's a little fringe, though. By and large, a lot of Democrats are still going to be mad that he did commit an act of terrorism, regardless. So my fellow Pelican said, wow, still mopping up after GWB's Iraq war. More radicalized MAGA kiddies needed to be educated about the general Republican incompetence and dishonesty which has plagued the century to date. Which is an interesting take, but does this mean that we just allow the Islamic State to flourish until they attack us again? Right? So, true, we can't be mopping up that mess, right? I'm not as well versed in that conflict. I wasn't necessarily conscious then, and I need to dig into the history of that. But it is entirely possible that we are dealing with those ramifications, but at the same time, it's a mess that needs to be cleaned up. Ludair said, but Dondon obliterated ISIS in 2018. How many times can the same thing be defeated? As many times as we have won war against Iran. So this is actually a thing in Obama sort of obliterated ISIS as well. This is not the same. So, and you can tell by the way the article is written, this is the Islamic State, not ISIS. So ISIS was kind of a cell of IS that flourished and grew in Syria. So there are more cells. So this is essentially, consider this ISIN, not ISIS, ISIN, the Islamic State in Nigeria, right? So, different group. I think ISIS still exists, but they're greatly diminished by now because they're also a little decentralized too. And then last but not least, we have RGNR 487 saying enjoying eternity with 72 raisins. They wish. But yeah, very good that, Trump is sort of coming to the aid of not just the Nigerian Christians, but specifically fighting a terrorist organization that has declared war on the United States of America and declares war and attacks America when they get the opportunity to do so, and they plan terrorist attacks against the United States. This is a win-win. I'm really glad that America is cooperating with the state of Nigeria, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of these deaths because, these are the types of deaths you like to see in the world, the deaths of terrorist leaders and, militant terrorist organizations. All right, let's see here. All right, so we've got this interview here from Kristen Welker. She interviewed Thomas Massie. Now, this should be an interesting interview because of all the interviews that I've watched of Kristen Welker since I've started streaming. She is not she's not easy on the people that she interviews. She's not an easy interviewer. However, she's interviewing someone who is an enemy of Donald Trump. And let me just explain this really briefly. Thomas Massie is an enemy of Donald Trump specifically because Thomas Massie is not one of those MAGA loyalists. He is not marching lockstep with whatever Donald Trump wants him to do. He is a principled libertarian, first and foremost, who wants the United States of America to return to having limited government, having limited scope, and not increasing and ballooning the national debt. Oh, hold on, let me see. Yeah, and not ballooning and increasing the national debt. Sorry, it just popped up there. And so because of that puts him in odds with Donald Trump, who loves to balloon the scope and the scale of the government, right? So Donald Trump ran on, I'm gonna get rid of the debt or whatever. That was a lie. And I called that out during the presidential election, and I was proven to be right. Donald Trump has not done anything to decrease the deficit that I'm aware of. So I'm really interested to see how Thomas Massie responds to Donald Trump's repeated attacks. Trump has backed the challenger of Thomas Massie because he wants Thomas Massie to lose. He's declared Thomas Massie an enemy. Bunny234 in the chat says, also, I'm not a streamer, but maybe if you're looking for more views, you could try clipping your channel, posting clips. My brother does the same thing. If you do, that could help. I actually do this, and I normally post videos on Non-Newbie Highlights channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now I didn't make a post this Friday because I was too tired to edit clip. So it's the Non-Newbie Highlights channel. So you go here. Wait. YouTube and more links. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I upload clips here of the things I talk about. So Sam Marbury, Vibe Theology, I talk about Christianity as well. Fox News versus Son Piker, the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, conspiracy theories, the fact that the shooter was on the FBI's radar. So I do post clips. It's just a different channel. But anyways, let's get into this.
President Trump's influence over the Republican Party is about to face another set of key tests. Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy and Kentucky Congressman Thomas Massie both face Trump-backed primary challengers in the coming days. They're the latest targets in the president's effort this cycle to oust incumbent members of his own party that he's deemed insufficiently supportive of his agenda. Most recently in Indiana, 5 out of 7 Republicans who had opposed the president's redistricting push were defeated in their primaries. Louisiana Republican Senator Bill Cassidy originally drew President Trump's ire as one of the few Republican senators who voted to convict him during his impeachment trial after the January 6th riot. Cassidy faces two challengers in tomorrow's primary race, State Treasurer John Fleming and Congresswoman Julia Letlow, who has Donald Trump's endorsement, a fact she's touted heavily in campaign ads.
Cassidy and Fleming, never Trumpers. We'll never, ever vote for.
I'm thrilled to give my complete and total endorsement to your next United States Senator from Louisiana, Julia Letlow.
While President Trump is backing Letlow, a Trump political advisor recently told NBC News the president and his advisors are more focused on defeating Kentucky Republican Thomas Massie. That primary is coming up on Tuesday, with Massie facing a challenge from his Trump-backed opponent, Ed Galrein. Massie spoke to my colleague, Julie Sirkin, about why he thinks his race is a referendum for his party.
I vote with the party 90% of the time, but there's 10% of the time where I think my constituents are better served by a different vote. If more people would speak up, and I think that is, you're getting to the nub of why they're attacking me and why this is the most expensive race in the history of Congress, congressional primaries, is because they want everybody else to go along to get along. And if they let one guy come up here and vote his conscience and vote the way he campaigned and vote for his constituents instead of rubber stamping the party menu that day, then there might be others who are encouraged to do that. And
right. Trump loves people who are loyal to him. And Thomas Massie's sort of revolt against that, Trump perceives as a threat, regardless of whether or not I think that's an actual threat.
And so that's why I'm fighting so hard. This is a fight worth winning. It's a national referendum. There'll be international cameras at my election day victory party because it has ramifications.
Congressman Massie's race is just one of several key primary races we will be watching on Tuesday. Joining me now is the panel, Kadia Goba, politics reporter for Notice, Chuck Rocha, Democratic strategist and president of Solidarity Strategies, and Republican strategist Matt Gorman. He is also an NBC News contributor. Thanks to all of you for being here as we are about to head into an exciting series of primary races, starting with Saturday night.
Wait, is there no
Kadia,
interview?
let me
I thought that
start with you.
I thought there'd be an interview with Thomas Massie. Bruh. That thumbnail made it seem like there was an interview. Okay, never mind. It's fine now.
In this Cassidy race, how much jeopardy is he in? Could Julia Letlow pull off a win, or is this going to go to a runoff? How do you see it?
Yeah, you know, polling a month ago suggested that he wasn't doing well. Cassidy was about a few points under Letlow, as well as Fleming. He's polling under them. So it'll be interesting, but at the same time, there's about 22% of voters who are undecided. So it'll be
a lot of
interesting
voters.
To see
22%?
Voters who are undecided. It'll be interesting, but at the same time, there's about 22% of.
That's a huge margin. That's like enough to come in like second or third place in one of these elections. Undecided. That's massive. I have been following politics for quite a while, and to be fair, I don't always follow the polls for these local state elections, but I don't think I've ever seen like a 22% undecided poll number before.
Voters who are undecided. So it'll be interesting to see where that 22% falls, right? Like, has the president's decision around gas prices impacted some of their decision? Are they going, this is obviously going to be a vote for the president or against the president, I think, and it will be between his endorsed candidate and whether or not Cassidy has a chance.
Yeah, and we're seeing a similar dynamic play out with the race for Thomas Massie's seat. He says he's voted with Republicans 90% of the time, but boy, it's hard to think of a Republican congressman who's been more outspoken and broken with President Trump on more issues publicly. The Epstein files, voting against the big, beautiful bill. Matt, how do you see that race playing out with Ed Galrein?
Yeah, I mean, I think Massie's in a lot of trouble. You can't at 1 minute say accuse the Trump administration of being, quote, the Epstein administration, as Thomas Massey has done, and then the next breath brag how much you vote with Donald Trump. I think it's a little disingenuous. But look, I think, Massey had an advantage to start. Gallrein's come on. I think, especially this will be the only big primary in Kentucky because you don't really have as much of a competitive Senate race driving a ton of turnout, especially in Massey's district. So I think, Massey is going to be in a lot of trouble. Now, what I'm curious about is if he goes down, what does he do for the next, 5 months or so? They still essentially need his presence in Congress.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say, it's not disingenuous to talk about how you voted with the GOP like 80 or 90% of the time, but you're, criticizing Donald Trump for his handling of the Epstein files. If that's true, right? It is true that he votes with Republicans for like 80 or 90% of the time. And it is true that he does not support how Donald Trump's administration has handled the Epstein files, as do most Americans, actually. So it's not disingenuous at all. It's just genuous.
That's a great question. What are you going to be watching for, Chuck?
Well, first of all, there's nothing like the smell of Republicans fighting each other in the afternoon here in Washington, D.C. Us Democrats love that. Let me explain what I mean by that, is that every dollar that's spent in this primary in Kentucky or in a primary in Louisiana where these folks don't have to be spending money against each other, they could be spending on beating Democrats. So it's a good thing for the Democrats. The next point is this Massey thing has become the most expensive primary in the history of Kentucky. And the last thing in Louisiana we should remind everybody is that it's a top two system. There's a chance that the incumbent does not even make the runoff.
Yeah. Right.
But there's a lot of craziness going on right now.
The one thing I disagree with is that, this is good for Democrats. This is not good for Democrats because it's very important to spend a lot of money on, backing the right candidate for the nominee, for the party nominee. And the reason why is because the right nominee will determine whether or not you win or lose. Donald Trump has actually backed losing horses in the past for nomination, right? He's been able to get a solid track record of, if I back this person will be the nominee. Now, does that mean that person is going to win a general election? That is a little bit mixed. So it's actually not great for Democrats that so much money is being spent here. Although I do think it's actually good for Democrats if Trump's picks win, because a lot of people have like a more negative view of Trump. Well, no, not more negative, but a lot of people have a negative view of Trump right now, especially with gas prices being high and the Iran conflict. So because of all of that, people are probably going to look at this being a vote over gas prices more than anything else, which is why I don't think the timing of this conflict with Iran was really great in terms of like political moves.
What about that point about the dollars and cents of this, Matt, and the concern? And I've spoken to some Republicans who say we are having to put money into races that we don't necessarily.
35 million in Indiana.
Well, Massey already votes like a Democrat, so we're essentially putting money to
Only
beat
10% of the
a
time.
Democrat. That's pretty big, 10%. You just mentioned it there. I mean, procedural votes, congratulations. So again, we can defeat Thomas Massey there. I think the other part is, Chuck does make a point on this. There is a very good chance that Cassie does not make the runoff. I mean, Fleming has come on strong. Letlow struggled to start her campaign, but has escalated. And again, Fleming's a former congressman in of itself. He's not a nobody. He actually served in the seat Mike Johnson took over for. So that is something to watch very closely. A Letlow versus Fleming runoff is certainly not out of the question. Where Cassidy, again, nowhere to be found.
Look, it's really, really important to know that this is a Saturday election. It's a Republican primary. There's one place Donald Trump is still a superstar, and that's in a Republican low turnout primary. That means these folks love Donald Trump. That's why it's not too good for Cassidy.
Kadia, let's talk about Georgia. A lot to talk about there. We've got the Senate race there. Brian Kemp, the governor, supporting Derek Dooley. He's the former football coach who's facing off against two members of Congress. The race to try to unseat Jon Ossoff, the Democrat there. What are you going to be watching for?
Obviously, who is the next candidate to run against Ossoff? Many people have kind of positioned themselves as, sorry.
Is she good? Is she good?
Many who John Ossoff, the two members of support to talk about there. We've got the Senate race. Kadia, let's talk about Georgia. A lot to talk about there. We've got the Senate race there. Brian Kemp, the governor, supporting Derek Dooley. He's the former football coach who's facing off against two members of Congress. The race to try to unseat John Ossoff, the Democrat there. What are you going to be watching for? Obviously, who is the next candidate to run against Ossoff? Many people have kind of positioned themselves as, Dooley, backed by the governor, right, is a lot of people are favoring Dooley. It'll be interesting to see where Collins pulls off. And obviously, a lot of people I talk to want to see a Collins run against Ossoff, clearly, but it doesn't seem like it might. It'll be interesting to see if it goes that way. It's not clear that it will, but I'm hearing a lot of people are starting to look at how this general election might face off, and I think more resources are going to Dooley at this point.
And we actually have some sound. Let's listen to Brian Kemp and Dooley.
She was struggling. She was struggling there. The producers and Kristen Welker have saved this poor woman.
This race.
It's time we send people up to D.C. with some common sense that represent our values, but most importantly, what I'm telling voters is going up there for the right reasons, and that's to work with others to deliver results. That's what has been failing up in Washington, D.C., and that's why we need a political outsider.
I have a very strong belief it's going to take a political outsider to beat John Ossoff in this race, just like Dave McCormick did in Pennsylvania, Bernie Moreno did in Ohio, Tim Sheehy did in Montana. That's why we're working so hard for Derek.
Matt, what do you make of this? I mean, Kadia's laid out the stakes. I mean, how do you see this playing out? Is this going to go to a runoff?
I think it's very likely to go to a runoff. The fight is between, I think, Buddy Carter or Derek Dooley. Derek Dooley struggled for a time. He had the Kemp machine behind him. There is a thought that if he can get to a runoff, that's where it actually can mobilize and overtake Collins a little bit. But I think the question is, can he get to that second position?
Democrats are pretty confident in John Ossoff right now, Chuck, and yet the governor clearly putting all of his political capital behind his candidate, and once this goes to a general election, you anticipate we'll see the same.
The #1 grassroots fundraiser in the Democratic Party for the last 18 months have been John Ossoff. That means folks have been giving him money, $5, $10, $20 at a time. He's raised an incredible amount of money, and as an incumbent, that's what you should do. Going back to this Republican runoff, I'll go back to my previous statement of Donald Trump is still very popular in this, and in a Republican primary, you're only going to have these right of the right voters, and in a runoff, if it goes that far, it's just like Texas. It's even more of the right of the right. Regular folks don't vote in a turnout.
What's so fascinating about Georgia, Matt, are the dynamics between President Trump and some of these Georgia Republicans, and the fact that that is adding this extra layer to so many of these races, including the gubernatorial.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Kemp and Trump have buried a lot of the hatchet over the last 6 years, especially in the last 2 years.
But you got Raffensperger.
Raffensperger's a different case, I think, and again, we'll see. I believe he's running as well, not for Senate, obviously, but from other positions. So we'll see how that goes. Again, I think this is a race that Republicans recognize they're the underdog going into the general election, but are hopeful maybe they can make it a race and see what happens.
Watch the suburbs around Atlanta. Watch the Democrat and Republican turnout. See what the turnout looks like compared to each other. Those suburbs used to be ruby red. They've turned purple and now are leaning very much blue. That's where this election's won and lost in November.
All right, we're going to watch it now closely. Thank you all for a great Friday conversation, Kadia, Chuck, and Matt. Tune in tomorrow for special coverage of the Louisiana midterm primaries with the great Steve Kornacki at the big board starting at 9 p.m. Eastern on NBCNews.com. And then you don't want to miss this. On Tuesday, I'll be joined by my colleagues Hallie Jackson, Steve Kornacki, and our team of reporters for special primary coverage as the results come in. Matt Gorman's going to be there with me. It all kicks off at 6:30 Eastern right here on NBC News Now.
Now, I do think that what's going to be a massive predictor of how these elections go is whether or not Donald Trump is able to get the Strait of Hormuz open. I think that if Donald Trump is able to get the Strait of Hormuz open before these elections happen, that changes the game. So look for that as well as an indicator for how these elections could sway. They're talking about elections going into runoffs because they expect these elections to be very close. I think that if the Strait of Hormuz moves open, and that actually could limit the possibility that some of these elections go into runoffs rather than just being won by Republicans outright. But I did find it interesting that Republicans are more likely to vote in runoffs. I didn't know that. So that's going to be a good sign as well for Republicans if these elections end up going into runoffs. Let's see. All right. So I want to react to this one last clip. This is from Glenn
I bring
Beck.
you greetings.
This is from Glenn Beck. Apparently, you gave a speech out in London. There was some sort of right-wing rally in the UK, so I did want to react to this here. I didn't know that he was going to give a speech. I want to hear what he had to say. I know that some people at these events can be a little bit extreme, but Glenn Beck seems to be a pretty normal dude in terms of right-wing takes. So I want to see how he addressed the crowd here.
I bring you greetings from the United States of America. It is such an honor to be with you today. It is really an amazing thing to see you all stand up, and I come here to stand with you shoulder to shoulder because of people like Tommy and people like you that have shown the courage to speak and stand when so few will. Thank you. You have truly paid a price for refusing to ignore what is obviously happening all around us. You refuse to not see what's happening to our streets and to our daughters and to our women in the streets. And it means something as an American to see you stand. And I just want you to know there are millions of Americans all across the other side of the world that see you, hear you, and are praying for you and are standing with you today. I want to make it clear why I am. Thank you. I will tell you that I am here today, like you, not to stand against
anything. Is that Tommy Robinson there in the background? I thought that he was going to be arrested.
Like
looks like Tommy Robinson. I don't know if it is.
Not to stand against anything and hate, not to stand for hatred, but to stand for the most revolutionary idea in human history, that all men are created equal. And not because of a king or parliament says it, but because we are all endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. Those rights cannot be taken from us by government or religion. No ideology can take them away. They are life and liberty and the right to speak your mind and to speak truth. The right to worship or not worship according to your conscience. Equal justice under the law. These words come from our American Declaration of Independence, but they were born here on this soil.
Well, the thing is, one of the big reasons why people even went to America in the first place was that they didn't have that in the UK. So it is not at all shocking to me that the UK has less freedom than the United States does, and it is a shame. It is a shame that free speech has been so stifled in the UK, that people who have concerns about safety, warranted or unwarranted, are being kind of like hunted down, harassed, and even arrested by the government. So yeah, this is very unfortunate. I do think that though that there is a possibility that things improve in the UK. I think in part because of pressure of things like this, but that is going to take some time to do. So keeping the pressure like this on the government to do things like violence from migrants, to do things about other forms of crime, and to say, what, we don't want to have more migration while we continue to have this level of crime and violence, is entirely reasonable. And I think it's imperative for people to at least some level say the violence needs to stop, and we actually need to prosecute these people who are here on our soil. If they're here illegally, we need to boot them out.
They were born here in England, the meadows of Runnymede with a Magna Carta. They were born in the English common law that says even the king is not above the law. In the covenant faith of the Scottish people, the stubborn independence of the freeborn Englishmen who said they will never bow to a tyrant. These are the principles that built the freest, most prosperous civilization the world has ever known. And Sharia law cannot abide by it. Sharia law cannot live side by side. It does not see all men that are created equal. It does not practice and protect the right to leave that faith or even criticize that faith. It does not grant equal dignity to every daughter and every son under the law. And where Sharia law advances as a parallel system, our hard-fought rights retreat. And history has shown it time and time again.
True. If you were to like ask, you know, how could the UK end up looking like Afghanistan? Literally, Sharia law is how you would get there.
Our shared failure on both sides of the Atlantic is that we forgot where our rights come from. We have treated liberty as something automatic, something in the air that we breathe, instead of the sacred inheritance that needs to be taught and defended and lived by each and every generation. But that forgetting has opened the door. But the good news is, the uniting hope is that it's not too late to remember. We can, beginning now, teach our children again that those God-given rights, those truths are what makes us free. We can demand that every person that comes to our shore or the shores of any country in Western civilization, or those who are already here, that they must live under the same equal law that protects every citizen. One law, one standard of living, one standard for every man and every woman. And if we can do that, then we'll restore what made the West worth restoring and defending. Great Britain and the United States, we are not separate stories. We are not. We are branches of the same tree. The tree that is rooted in equality before God and the law. If we stand together,
why are people talking in the background? It's so distracting. I think that the mics are just too amped up for the crowd, but it's a little distracting.
In equality before God and the law. If we stand together on that foundation, not in anger, but in clarity and the courage that you are showing today just for standing here, then our children will inherit not decline, but they will again inherit a brighter future. A civilization where every person can come here and walk these streets in safety, speak freely, and pursue happiness without fear. That is our fight. That is our inheritance. That is what will unite all of us and renew the West. I am so happy to see all of your flags all in front. We have been told that we should be ashamed. We are not ashamed of our heritage. We have learned from our mistakes. We are proud that our shared heritage changed the world, healed the world, and fed the world. And as our President Lincoln once said, with malice toward none and charity toward all. Let us remember truly who we are. Raise your flags and raise your voices. As our President George Washington said at the beginning of our nation, let us raise a standard that the wise and the honest can repair. The event is in the hand of God. As the scriptures tell us, as for me and my house, we know who we serve. And as our current president, Donald Trump, might say, make England great again.
What?
God bless you. May God help us save our shared republics and civilization. God bless you. Thank you for standing.
I didn't know that MAGA was a thing. I didn't know that Make England Great Again was actually a thing. Oh, okay, it's nice to see Tommy Robinson alive and well in the UK. I had heard that he was supposed to be detained or arrested as soon as he got back on British soil, but it's good to hear that he's safe and sound and still able to participate in rallies and things. All right. Let me check this. This was a big, long. This is a big, long, fat, juicy stream. Pause. No, but this is a good stream. A good stream. We got some interesting folks in the chat, so that was fun. But it is time for us to be drawing things to a close, as usual, to wrap things up. I, of course, am going to be shouting at the members of the chat. We're so happy to, so kind to leave some messages. We had Stefan3662, who apparently was a YouTuber trying to rage bait me for content. Hold on, what did he say he went by again? Greek Gaming Goat? I'll pull up his YouTube channel so that you guys could take a look at it. Shout out to him. Apparently he's gonna include me in a YouTube channel, so. Greek Gaming Goat. Yeah, this dude. So shout out this dude for leaving a comment or some messages on the chat. That was cool. Oh, he does rage bait. So yeah, so it's not just a one-off thing. All right, who else was sending messages into the chat? Oh, Bunny234. Thanks for leaving messages into the chat. Oh, by the way, you should join the Discord server if you're not already in the Discord server. You know, I would love to hear you know, some feedback and recommendations for things to cover. I have a feeling you'd have some good suggestions on things for me to talk about. But yeah, thanks to you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I enjoyed the streaming. And yeah, don't forget to check out that Newbie Highlights channel where I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon. And check out the Discord server. Link is on screen. It's dscrd.ntwb.cc. It's a place you want to be if you want to chat with me. I take suggestions in the React requests channel on my Discord server for things for me to react to in the future. So if you want me to react to stuff in the future, please let me know by joining the Discord server and sending me a message there. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. Peace out, y'all.